Hey everybody, welcome to Everybody Podcasts. My name is Cody and I'm here with Brad and Kristin. How are you guys doing today?
Good. We're doing pretty good.
I think Brad's doing alright too.
Yeah, dude, I'm doing
He's
great.
currently indisposed. So, Kristin here bought the new Cyberpunk 2077 game, and I want to know, how is it?
How far?
Because I've heard good things and I've heard bad things.
So pretty much I just did the tutorial and I
It's
ran
that long?
So, what size penis did you give your character?
I was a female. I made myself a female, but I made my pubes in the shape of a heart.
What?
You can do that?
So,
Yeah.
like,
I was actually wondering, if you could do like different penis sizes, can you
can
give
have
them like
no
a gaping
genitals.
vagina?
No, you can have no genitals.
why do you
a
think?
vagina
Why do you
or a
think they
dick.
took the time to make that a feature for us to play with?
Because nobody else
Does
has.
that?
Like,
Like,
nobody
even Sims.
else has done it.
You can
So
make your tits big in Sims, but that's it.
you can do that in
I
mean, you
think-
can kind of do that in Saints Row,
Yeah.
the third. You just don't actually see the penis. It's just a bulge, and you could just make the
you
the
see-
That's
bulge
true.
come
I
out.
rem-
You
yeah.
See the penis
Oh,
and
I've seen
dangles?
it online. I've
I don't
definitely
know. I
seen
just
it.
I just think that's a weird additive to a game.
I think
Guys,
it's hilarious.
they
dude.
had like a meeting one day and they're like, "Guys, we have to add."
But then you just
penises."
put clothes on anyway, right?
Yeah.
So you don't even see the penis.
I know it's a huge story though, but like
I mean,
What-
it worked.
what's-
Everybody was
what's-
talking about it.
What's the like basic summary of the story?
I honestly don't, I haven't played it.
Oh right, you just got through all the tutorial.
Yeah, it's
Like,
long. It takes. Like,
Yeah, it
an
was like
hour.
I'd heard it was like a 6-hour
Well, like,
tutorial.
is it all
Oh, no.
controls or?
Well, yeah, like in the beginning, you learn how to drive. That's the first thing you really learn how
And
to.
how's that?
Horrible. That's my least favorite thing.
Yeah, that's one of the biggest complaints I've heard too.
Because
Is
I
the
think-
driving's bad.
They want it to be like you're turning the wheel, so there's a little delay. So you have, because it's not like GTA where as soon as you hit your analog stick, you turn. You
Right.
have to wait like a second, and that fucks me up because I'm so used to
That's
driving on
weird.
everything else.
It sounds kind of similar to Far Cry's driving.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, it is like
It's
that.
not very responsive. Like
Yeah.
the game, it doesn't do what you would expect. Like if you're used to like GTA.
Yeah, there are bugs. But
Yeah, I heard
everyone's
it's
complaining about
glitchy
that.
as fuck on the old consoles.
Yes, because they
Like on the one and PS4?
Yeah,
even
Oh man,
it's hard. Like I guess it crashes a lot on the old consoles too.
everyone's pissed about that because when they announced the game, it was in 2012 when like the new consoles weren't even out. So they're like, why is it not working on what you announced it for to begin with? And now, yeah.
I mean, they probably for the last year they've been probably preparing for the new consoles, or even
Yeah.
probably even
Yeah,
the last
I
2
bet.
years.
Yeah.
they were gonna be like, "This is gonna be the biggest game for the new console,"
I mean,
and then
but a lot of good games have like glitches and bugs. So if you're gonna get past that, it is pretty good. Like it's fun. Like you drive.
yeah.
and
But
then,
are the glitches like prominent throughout the game, or is it like a glitch in this one part of the game?
No, it's small. It's a lot.
See,
Yeah,
then I
it's-
can't.
it's-
I
there's a
can't look
lot of
past
glitches.
that. Then
Like as soon as
that's
like,
why I didn't buy WWE's 2K20
when you
because it's a glitch fest.
when you start, like your car's broken down. I don't want to give like a lot away, but so you have to like fix your car and you like pull the thing out of the battery and then to put it somewhere else. But mine stayed and I still moved it to some like little glitches like that, which shouldn't be there if they work.
That
so
makes the progression of the game difficult.
And sometimes cars should like you'll see if you get it. It's fun.
I
though.
don't know.
I mean, I want to get it.
Yeah.
I like those open world games like that. You know,
Yeah.
I thought The Witcher 3 was pretty fucking fantastic.
I still haven't played that.
I'm gonna get that for PC. That's the next game I want to get.
It's a fun game. It doesn't look as good as what I remember it looking.
Yeah.
Like I guess games have just gotten so much better.
Yeah,
that it's-
dude.
I just started
I mean-
playing it again, and I was like, "Wow, some of these graphics are nowhere near up to
Dude,
par anymore."
even when I go back to like play like a PS2 game, some of those games I'm like, wow, these
Oh, yeah, they
graphics
look
are
terrible.
terrible.
Like Vice City, you go back and you're like, I love this.
See,
I thought it was
it's
I'm
so
great.
blocky.
It
Yeah.
is, but I still Vice City
I'll still play it.
still doesn't look bad though.
And yeah, but compared to now, it's like
Well,
at the time I thought
now
this was like fuck, but now it's like
I don't know. I think my favorite Grand Theft Auto game was Grand Theft Auto 3.
Yeah, that was like That was the first like 3D game that was like
Yeah.
fucking.
It was so good. I loved it. I played the fuck out of that game.
Is it 4 the one that's like depressing?
I've never played
yeah,
4.
with Nico.
Nico and
Mhm.
Raymond and Cousin.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that one's just, it's like really gloomy and like sad.
So I think I've never beat that game, and I've
either.
probably gotten through. I've tried like 4 times, and like the first time, my brother ended up breaking the disc on accident before I got to beat it.
Was it really
And
an
then-
accident?
No, it was back
Like-
when the fucking when the Xbox 360s were having all those issues.
Like the Ring
What
of
he-
Death and
Yeah,
stuff?
yeah,
Oh,
and he like
yeah.
what he did was I had it standing upright, and I don't know why, but I guess he didn't like it upright, and so while he was playing the game, he like set it down, and it scratched up Grand Theft Auto, and then when I put Modern Warfare, the original Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare in, it scratched that up too, and we had to go get a new Xbox.
Oh man.
But that's why I didn't finish it the first time. And then the second time I tried to finish it, I think, what happened? I don't remember what happened the second time. I think I ended up breaking my Xbox. And then the third time, fucking, I was living up in Elmira, and I had a bunch of roommates, and one of my roommates accidentally fucking, he tried, because I had the Liberty City Stories,
Oh, yep.
and he tried to start a Liberty City Stories with my account, thinking that it wouldn't affect my GTA 4 account, and it did. It completely wiped it away, and after that I was just like, I'm not even trying to play this game again.
Yeah.
I was like already kind of annoyed playing it through 3 times. I'm just gonna accept I'm never gonna beat this fucking game.
Play it now, dude. I played Resident Evil 7. I started it, and then I saved it, and when I went, it didn't save it. I'm like, I don't fucking care then. Like,
You're not playing it again?
I might when I like forget about when I fully forget what happened, then I'll play it again.
I couldn't finish Resident Evil 7. That's Biohazard, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that what it was called?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know.
Is it
It's
scary?
kind of boring.
Oh, that's what I thought. Dude.
Like
It's like a maze.
so they
almost.
wanted to get back to the survival horror aspect of it, and I don't know. I think they went a little too far towards it, trying to be spooky and
I
stuff.
played it on really easy.
Because like even the
It was so
first
fucking
first
easy.
Resident Evil, you got more gunplay than what you get in 7.
Yeah, there wasn't really any gunplay. It's all like melee. It's I don't know. I guess I like the gunplay part of it because it's a
Yeah.
lot of melee and like trying to figure out how to like figure out like puzzles or figure your way out of situations rather than actually.
I mean, they've always had their puzzles, but their puzzles their puzzles were always like a simple like
Yeah.
make the pattern, like make a picture with this pattern or turn this knob so these meet up or whatever.
With Biohazard, it was more like situations that you had to try and figure your way out of.
Yeah.
Like this guy's attacking you. Figure out don't kill him, but figure out how to get away from him somehow. You know.
Yeah,
This
I
is-
don't like that. I like Resident Evil
I'd rather
4.
just fucking fight the guy.
Resident Evil 4 was perfect. It was so perfect.
Yeah.
The story, the gameplay, it was so perfect.
I like jump scare. Like I like being scared, although it gives me like anxiety, but like I love it at the same time.
Resident Evil 2 was probably, I played it on Nintendo 64 for the first time. That was probably one of the games that kind of creeped me out the most at the time.
Really?
I don't know. On the remaster that they came out with, and it's probably because I'm expecting it now, but
Yeah.
it's not as like
It's not a jump scare.
creepy
you know.
or
Yeah.
whatever as like the Nintendo 64 version with like walking through certain places and it's just completely silent. You just hear footsteps or breathing. That shit scared the fuck out of me.
And
I feel like the
Visage.
remaster, and like I said, it's probably because I'm older and expecting it, but the remaster, it's really good, but it just it's not the same.
Was the remaster that close to the original?
I don't
Like
think.
it's
I don't think
it's
so.
like a completely different game,
I don't-
pretty much, isn't it? I can
Yeah,
barely
kinda.
remember the original.
Like, they
I
definitely
barely remember it.
They
I never
definitely
played it.
follow it, but I don't know. It's different.
Right? Was
I need to play them. I want to play them. But I only got 7 because it was on Game Pass.
See, that's why I want to get a Nintendo 64 so I can get Resident Evil 2 and play it. Because
man, when I
that
tried
would be
playing
fun.
PlayStation 1 games, it just is so bad. It's hard to do. Like it's hard to play those old games anymore because the graphics it just looks so terrible.
I love going back and playing some of the old games.
I played Stick of Truth, South Park Stick of Truth.
Yeah, that's
That's
barely
not.
old.
I was gonna say that's big.
Listen,
And like the
I went
graphics
through-
are like,
Like, I'm
set. Like there's
I
no
love 'em.
changing in those graphics.
Yeah,
like
I love
we in
it.
20 years, if
It's
there's
so
still
fun.
South Park
That
games,
would-
it's still gonna look the same
Yeah.
in 5.
You go back through and you're like, oh, I missed this funny part the last time. This is fucking
It
funny.
is.
It's like it's
That-
like a movie.
Yeah,
It is, but really long and fucking hilarious. I love it.
I love it.
That was-
Both of
that
them.
was a
I thought
good
both
game.
of them were great.
The scary game I'm playing right now, though, this freaked me out. So
Is that the one that they're releasing it in like different stories? Is it that
What's
one?
it called?
no, it's Visage, Visage.
What was that? That one?
Oh, like Man of Medan and Little Hope. Little Hope.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Little Hope is the one I think I was thinking of.
And then like you pick like, yeah, that's yeah.
Because I kind of want to try that game.
That's the one I bragged about last time. That's the one. It's like a series, and then the next one they like teased at the end of Little Hope, and you're like in a cave. You're
Yeah.
rock climbers.
But it's all part of like the same.
Yeah,
Like
if you
game,
said the
basically,
first
right?
one, everyone would know what you're talking about, but I can't think of what it's called because it was a PS exclusive. Douchebags.
So what's this new, the other one, new one that you said you were just playing?
Visage.
Visage.
Mm-hmm. And like that one, I've never had anything.
Is it
scare me.
actually scary?
Yes. Like it's supposed.
Multiple parts, or
Oh, yeah.
did one part
It's
just
like,
get you?
It's a psychedelic. Like it's supposed to
Explain
do that.
explain to me the psychedelic part. What were the like? What's the part you came into that would be considered psychedelic?
Oh, I don't. Nothing yet, but it is paranormal too. Like it's just supposed to scare you. It's a puzzle though. It's a survival horror too. But like, one of the parts is you're in the living room and the TV like shit like lights turn off. Like they.
Can
break.
you get closer to your microphone,
Yeah,
please?
I can. Like lights.
Yeah, there you go.
Lights shut off and then doors slam. And like that's supposed to scare you, and then you're supposed to stay sane. So you always have like anxiety medicine on you. Like you're supposed to pick it up. It's like batteries in whatever games. And then
Interesting.
Yeah, for a second, I thought you were saying that it's batteries was your anxiety medication.
no, like it's a pill bottle. It's like that
Yeah.
though. Like you take it when, and then when I was in the living room, the TV shut off and the light shut off, and then the TV turned back on, and it shows like a room in this house with someone dead standing like in the walkway. So then I find that part in the house, and I'm like, fuck. Like, I recognized it. And then you hear in your mic, like, a girl, like, grudgy type in your ear. And I'm like, fuck. And then you turn and she's fucking there in the walkway. And I'm like, stop.
man. That's what some of those. I see a lot of videos of gamers playing that kind of stuff and them getting freaked out.
Or there's, like, this camera.
I
And
feel like those kind of games would be best in VR.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's, like... Some Emily maybe is a game that's like that for the VR. But another part was like a camera was flashing, and every time it flashed, it showed like a demon drawing on the wall. And it was just like, stop, because then you know something bad's going to happen.
I forgot what I was going to say. Keep going.
Oh, I don't know. And then when you're in the dark too long, like if you see the brain in the corner, that means you're going like, and your sanity's getting bad. So then you have to like medicine up or get in the light.
So how often do you got to take medicine?
Not
Like, does it go? Does the meter drain pretty fast, or what?
No.
Is
Like,
it just in scary
it's a
parts?
survival, yeah. So like, if you're smart, because you kind of react how you would in real life.
So what-
Like, if
what's
you
the-
freeze, you're dead.
What's the point of the game? Like,
Dude, I
do you
don't
just
even
walk
know
through
yet.
this house and witness a bunch of scary stuff?
Basically.
Just walking into different rooms, no idea what's going on.
So like you collect keys, and every time you collect a key, it's like you're gonna start this chapter. You can't back out. You can't leave this room until you figure it out, which is the survival like puzzle mode. And then I went to like this little girl's room.
puzzles.
Yeah, not like what on Resident Evil. It's like you have to figure out their story, and then you can leave the room. So I went into little girls, and then in the closet appeared this picture of her and a demon. So when I interacted with it, someone knocked on the door. Then you had to like figure out other shit.
So how do you die in the game?
They'll show up like demons, and then if you can't escape, then it like gets in your face and it's terrifying. Which is like if it was VR, I'd fucking cry, cause it gets like I screamed.
What's it do? Eat you?
Yeah, it kills you. It like strangles you, and they're like terrifying looking.
I remember what I was going to say now. I want to get one of those Oculus.
Yeah, but you have to have Facebook to use them.
What?
Which is why Kaylin hasn't got one yet. So.
The fuck?
Ew, that's stupid.
It's really
Yeah.
fucking
so
stupid.
stupid. I don't want a
Facebook owns
fucking
it, yeah.
Facebook.
Because I was gonna get one, and I was like, oh, it's on Facebook, can't.
Like, what is that? Where their games are? What is? Why do you have to have
It's ran
Facebook?
through Facebook, I think.
All right. How about
What the
think so.
fuck?
how about the podcast makes a Facebook?
Oh yeah, we can
And
just
that
use it.
and we could just use the podcast
Yeah.
Facebook for the Oculus.
There you go.
That way we don't have to really be on Facebook. You know,
I
what,
would do.
you know what I mean?
I never will check it, but yeah.
I mean, I want to fucking. I really want one.
I
It
want a
looks
good
fucking
VR.
cool.
Yeah.
Like they looks like they're starting. I think they're still a little clunky looking, but they look like they're getting a lot closer.
Yeah. I want a good VR. Like they sell cheap as fuck ones that are
You
like
could find some on eBay that are kind of decent.
I just love. Although I feel like the Switch could turn into something like that because you have the control for your hands. Like if they just added
Man, I absolutely
VR thing.
love playing Switch.
I'm
I
surprised that
know.
Nintendo hasn't
Fun.
tried to make something
Right?
VR yet.
But I was thinking, I'm like, you have the hand things like that for each hand. You definitely could add that.
They'll
I think
I feel like
eventually they
they'll have something soon. Probably, they probably have something they're working on that they've been good with and haven't like leaked any information. Then one day it's gonna be like, Nintendo's new VR.
I'd like
play
to
as
think that-
Mario and box Waluigi or
Yeah,
some shit.
Smash with the
That's
VR
what I
would be
wanna
dope.
do.
Smash with a
VR is play
VR,
boxing.
yeah, dude.
I mean, I like to assume that like PlayStation and Xbox or Microsoft are both working on VR.
Oh yeah.
I doubt
mean,
that they're just like pretending like that's not going to
Doesn't
be
exist.
a thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, PS4 does have VR, don't they?
I think it's called like View or something like that.
I'm just saying.
But it's, I
I
don't know.
think
If,
my
Switch.
buddy Peter has a VR.
Oh, word.
He says it's really cool.
I'm just saying Switch could easily just add the
the headset,
yeah,
the
because
glasses.
they already have the hand part. Literally, they could just.
Ready? Yeah. God, fucking shit. So why? Don't make me do that. I don't want to do that.
Because it makes you mad.
They make you enjoy the game.
Yeah, they're like.
by doing that, dude.
What, you have to cheer?
So, like in Mario Party, when you do certain things, it shows this little diagram in the corner, and it makes you go, ready? Yeah! And you're
You have
supposed to
to
move the
actually say
control.
that?
No, you have to move the controller like.
Yeah, like a thumbs up. Like.
And
fuck yeah.
I'm just like, what? Don't make me. I don't want to do this. Let me just press A and
Something
move on.
No, but
I mean, they have to know that people are just going to get tired of that, right? Like, people are just going to be like, I don't want to fucking keep doing this every time I do something.
There's got to be a setting you can be like, no, I don't want to do this. Let me just press A and move on. That's all we need to do. The controls on a Switch are weird because, like, where your A and X and stuff would be, it's all moved around. A is where, like, say an Xbox controller. On a Switch, A is where B is.
oh yeah, that fucks
and,
me up.
Like, X is where Y would be. And, dude, it's so
Mhm.
weird. It's a little weird to get used to.
I
They've
don't
always
Especially-
had
think-
their Nintendo's always had their own orientation of it, though,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I haven't played a Nintendo in years.
They did, yeah. I don't even think of it as letters. I just think, okay, up is bad. Like, you know what I mean? So I don't get fucked up because I play Xbox the most. So I'm like, I'm just going to think of it
It
up,
fucked
down,
me
left,
up
right.
the first time I played Switch. It was definitely weird, but I got used to it. I still fuck up from time to time when I'm in a game in a pressured situation.
Yeah, you're like, fuck. I love how Missy made you give it back to me.
What, was she tired of you playing it?
I was if I wasn't playing Xbox, I was playing that Switch, dude.
You barely play Xbox, so
It's so easy because I could just sit in my chair and play it.
yeah.
I mean, that's how your Xbox is, right?
Yeah, but with the Xbox, I need our TV. And I'll sit right in front of the TV. But with the Switch, you can have the TV, watch her show,
okay.
and I can just be over there playing
I
that
forget
Switch.
that it has a little portable
Screen,
screen
yep.
thing.
I love that.
It's great, dude. It's so great.
and you
it's the
just
best
set it in
handheld
the
ever.
little dock for it
I
to
had
go on
a-
the TV.
I had a Sega Game Gear once. You remember those?
Mm-hmm.
Those things were
Sega, yep.
those
They were
things
gigantic.
They took
Yes.
like 6 AA batteries, and that only lasted like 15 minutes.
It was like the size of a brick.
Yeah, yeah, dude. That was their. I think it was the answer. That was their answer to the Game Boy.
The
Yeah.
Game
think-
Boys were the shit, though.
Game Boys were good. I like the Like, I liked the Game Gear. It's just Sega didn't have a whole lot of cool games.
Yeah.
I think my babysitter had one of those, and I used to play the Olympics on it.
I think my cousin had one.
It had
That's the
Game
only thing I know
Gear.
about it.
Game Gear was one of the first handhelds with color. And, like, I remember, like, getting, like, they had all the games that were on, like, the Genesis or whatever. Like, I had Sonic 2. That was one of my favorite ones. They
I
had
like
the...
Sonic.
Do you remember the Streets of Rage games? No, they were beat-em-ups, and I had that one. Those games were great.
I had a DS, and I played Michael Jackson: The Experience on it.
See, I never had a handheld after
That was a fun game.
after the Game Gear, dude.
Game Boy Color.
I never had a Game Boy Color,
I
never
think,
had a Game Boy
Mortal
Advance.
Kombat 2 on it.
Sim City or some sim game on Game Boy, and it sucked. I just remember I was like, and then I was like disappointed as fuck. But
That's where I played Mario. Mario and Mortal Kombat 2 were both on Game Boy.
Nice.
but yeah, Michael Jackson: The Experience
You had-
was a great game.
What do you
What
do
is-
in that game?
yeah, I was
Don't
gonna
you
say-
fight? It's like a beat 'em up game, but you play as Michael Jackson, right?
No, not
What's
not
it on?
even fucking close.
They did make one like that for
Really?
Sega Genesis.
Oh,
Yeah, and it was
It's
Michael
called like
Jackson, right?
Moonwalker or some
This
shit.
is called
Yeah.
The Experiences after he died.
He had,
R.I.P.
he had
What do you
had
mean after he died? This came out like a couple of years ago.
It was definitely after he died, Michael Jackson. It happened like the
You
year
said it was
he
on the
died.
DS.
Yes, DSi.
What?
It was like literally as
DS?
soon as he died. Because the experience, like, this is whatever, his concert thing came out when he died. Because he was in the middle of making it.
Oh, remember that concert movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
The
this
one that
was
went to the
off of
theater.
that.
This is
With that.
something.
Yeah. So it was during that time. I'm younger
They
than
made
you
a-
guys. You guys have to remember.
They made a game
Yo.
about that movie.
Kind of. Yeah, it goes with that. So what you
That's
do is you
fucking
just...
weird.
There's like circles and you have to hold it or tap it to the music. So like I know all the songs by heart from that fucking game. Like the hee hee shit, all of it, I got it.
Tap
down.
he at the right
No,
part.
it goes with the beat. It goes with the beat of the song, like dun 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 dun. Like,
The tempo, I get it.
it was fun.
Billie
I
Jean
loved it 'cause I
is
love
not
Michael
my
Jackson.
girl. I like that song.
Dude, that Sega Genesis Moonwalker game, his special moves in that, it would just stop.
I've seen video
And
ban
all
on
the
it.
enemies on the screen will just like break out in the Thriller dance, and then after Michael Jackson and all of them are done dancing, they all blow up.
Dude, that's all.
That's the special move.
That's awesome.
Dun, dun, dun. Oh my god.
It's a
Like,
terrible game though.
Yeah, I've heard
I
that it's
watched
really
this
The
dude-
bad.
gameplay is so bad.
Donkey Gamer Donkey. His name's Donkey, and he plays like low-rated games just to like kind of criticize them, but they're fun at the same time. That was one of them he played, and it was so funny because like he's funny. So when his voiceover shit and when he's talking in the game, it makes it. That's what I want to do because I'm funny. I feel like I could be Donkey, but he's funny, and he played that game, and it was funny. So I kind of want to.
I watched the Angry Video Game Nerd do one of his. He did a review on that. This was years ago, but I go back and watch his videos
I
all
like
the time
FaZe
because I thought he
Jeff.
was funny.
He's the rage
Never
one.
heard of him.
He's the rager. He's known for raging, but also he plays every single day. Cause
Like, is the raging for real, or is he just being a
Oh
character?
no, it's for real. That's how he got like
Okay.
popular, and then he got into FaZe. No, he.
Because there's so many guys out there that are
No,
like
it's real.
popular because they just rage like a crazy motherfucker, but they're like, it's just an act. And I'm like,
No,
well,
his
I
is
want to
definitely
record
real.
myself getting mad at a game and swearing a lot and get a lot of
Chad would get
subscribers.
kicked off of fucking shit, dude. He's awful.
Nah, dude. It's
Yeah, but it's not as interesting because he just goes, fuck!
yeah.
God damn it.
No, he said some shit. I'm not gonna repeat it, but he said something the other day while we were playing. I'm like, okay. I'm just gonna be quiet. You too.
I do. I
Brad,
know.
you fucking rage
I've
like a
laughed
pussy,
at
dude.
myself a couple times.
You're quieter with your rage though.
Yeah, you are.
Like Chad like screams. He just like gets mad and yells.
He didn't rage quit today because Arya was hungry, but like
He was close.
mad.
He was close.
I'm so
At
glad
one
I have
point,
a
I thought
reason
he
to
did.
leave this game.
I think that's what it was because like at one point before we actually stopped playing, he was just like, oh, fuck it, and I was
Yeah.
like, oh, he's logging off
He's
right now.
quitting.
He's done.
He was the leader. He didn't just get off. He like left the game and got off.
Yeah, we were in the middle of a
Yeah,
game, and
his
he left the
blunder.
game and took us with him.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
shit.
he not only did he just rage quit, he made us rage quit with him.
Yeah, we're like, we're not you, dude. We're having fun.
Nah, dude. I've been there. That game,
know.
I fucking hate it.
I know.
I hate that game.
You personally messaged me that you hate that I introduced it to you.
Yeah, dude. Fuck you. I wish I never downloaded it.
Dude, it gets
Try it,
frustrating.
try
I
it.
was
It's so
getting
fun.
mad today too. I fucking hate plunder. I fucking hate it.
I love it.
It's my least favorite. I
love
think
so
it
much.
sucks.
I like multiplayer because I'm good at that, especially with you.
I like multiplayer.
I like
I did
multiplayer.
fucking
I
great
just
today.
I want to
He
fucking.
was
I
fucking
want them to
dominating.
bring back a 3v3 gunfight.
It'll be
That's
back.
all I
It'll just
fucking
take
want.
time. They'll
Like
bring
I
it
just
back.
want to play team deathmatch.
I like
with
when we
just
personally play.
3v3.
We should stream that. When it, we
I
play-
think. I mean, I just
private
want to.
matches.
I want to get one more person to play so we can do like 2v2.
We did that one time when Chad was on.
But he barely plays, really.
Yeah.
We only did one
We need a
match,
committed.
maybe.
We need a committed force. Andre. Now that Andre has good Wi-Fi, he'll play. Before he works.
He'd probably dominate us all.
That's a
Right?
valid point. He'd fuck us up. Yeah.
We
Yeah,
want
I wanna
someone
be on
more our
his team.
skill level.
All right, so Chad needs to play.
Chad needs to quit his job so he can play video games
Yes.
with us full time.
I mean, if we could start a Twitch and get them subscribers up, we could all just stop working, right? Isn't that how it goes?
That is how it goes. You just have to be committed to
We
that.
could do Twitch and YouTube,
I mean,
and then
I don't-
eventually we'll get so popular, and Twitch will be like, "Just do us. We'll give you a contract."
I talked to Jordan about this the other day. I'm not I'm not opposed to starting a Twitch and video game streaming. I just don't know anything about it.
Yeah.
I don't know what people are looking for. I never watch people play video
Dude,
games.
I watch so
never
much
watch
stream.
streamers.
I watch so many people stream.
Like
but
if
I've
you guys
never,
would set it up,
looked
I
into
would.
it.
You
Well,
would
I
join?
mean, I'm talking like just pure content. Like I don't know what people are looking for.
I
Like I
have
don't know what
everything
I would
for
do. Like if you set up a Twitch thing, I would fucking did a stream. I would
Right
definitely
now,
play with you. I
As
just
of
don't like.
Sunday,
I don't
have
know anything
everything
about
for
it.
I do have.
It's just like the podcast, but we're playing video games.
Yeah.
Right.
We could talk about things, but we could also rage
Yeah.
because we die a lot.
There's 4 games I'd play for all audio. Like I would play with you guys Modern Warfare, obviously, or whatever game we're playing. Then I would play the horror game, because an audience likes that, like watching people like get scared, and that's me, and I'm funny. Then Sims, building houses
She keeps saying that.
to remind myself how funny I am.
Reassuring us.
I just want everyone to know I'm really fucking funny. Anyways, and
In
then I'd
Sims,
play-
I like to build houses. I'm really funny, and I like to put clothes on the people because I'm funny.
exactly, because I'm funny. Like I would be great. 'cause
This
I'm
is so funny, guys.
I'll be like, fuck y'all. You know I'm funny. It's fine. But Sims, building houses. There's like girls that will watch Twitch just for that.
No, dude. Do you know how many times I've walked in on Aria watching some stupid adults play with little kids' toys, and they have like 50 million subscribers on YouTube?
Yes. And they're
It just
selling
makes
this
me want to
shit.
go buy a bunch of toys and make little
And
episodes
Leo's
with the
actually
toys.
Cute.
Those ones that she watches are just like, and just somebody like cutting a square out of Play-Doh and being like, "This is orange,"
Yeah, dude.
and then cut a circle out of another thing of Play-Doh and be like, "This is green."
It's so easy, and why aren't more people doing it?
But that kid has shit being sold at Walmart now. Toys. The little Asian kid.
Really?
What,
Ryan's
that little
World?
millionaire?
Is it Ryan's
I
World?
didn't
mean,
know
I
he
know-
was Asian.
I know.
Oh,
I know
my
Coco
bad.
I thought he
Melon.
was like a little Aryan kid.
He definitely looks Asian, like my Bavarian. Anyways, it's called Ryan's World, I'm pretty sure. And they sell his shit at Walmart. Like he has toys.
Dude, they sell Coco Melon stuff at Walmart
okay,
now
but
too.
that's a cartoon. But this is just
Yeah,
a kid
but
that plays
what
toys.
I am saying is
I look
like
up what
even
he
that
is?
That's,
even
maybe
that,
that should be our cartoon. Maybe we should be making a children's cartoon.
I'm gonna look
I'm
up
dead
what he is,
serious.
'cause
Like
I
instead
feel
of doing like an adult cartoon, maybe we should be
Ar-
fucking making
Aria
a
was
children's
watching
cartoon.
this thing the other day. It was this person. It had Peppa Pig's stuffed animal dolls, and it was just acting out a scene with the dolls. They
Amazing.
got like millions of subscribers. Like
Goddamn geniuses, man.
no big deal. We're collecting a nice paycheck from YouTube because of this shit.
I mean, we could do that.
We could.
We could do that.
I have a
I
bunch
was
of
right.
kids' toys, dude.
He is Japanese. Thank you.
Maybe I'm thinking of a different kid.
So
Is that the kid that reviews toys and made like $1 billion?
no, it's just him and his parents.
Wow.
It's just him and his parents playing with toys. That's it. They're like,
This is so much fun.
they like build tents and like chuck soft things at each
So
other.
they're just recording themselves being parents
Exactly.
when they're playing with their kids.
Chad could do that with Ario dinosaurs.
I was gonna say I could do that with
And
Leo.
they're cringy. Like, they're not even good. Like, it's, like, cringy to
Oh yeah,
watch.
but kids like it.
But Ryan's World is what it's called. And there's I saw toys. I'm like, no.
Ryan's
fucking
World.
way.
Wasn't there a show back in our day that was called Bobby's World? You remember that shit?
Boy Meets World.
No, there was a cartoon called
Oh.
Bobby's World. I'd watch it before
Oh.
school in the
I
morning.
thought you were talking about the Austin Powers guy, whatever world.
But anyway, I get it. People
What?
can't be original anymore.
Isn't there something with the Austin Powers dude, Michael Myers?
Mike Myers?
And then he...
Wayne's World. That's what you're
Wayne's World,
thinking
yeah.
of.
Wayne's
I knew it
World.
was something world.
Good movies. Those are good
Yeah,
movies.
those
That was
movies are
fun,
fucking
yeah.
awesome.
Yeah. But no, I was
Dude.
just pissed to see his toys at
I
fucking
just saw
Walmart.
this skit on TikTok with Chris Farley. He's like, I'm doing great. I hate my father. I hate my life, but I'm doing great.
I'm gonna go pick a fight. He's getting better.
I saw something, Jake Paul, about McGregor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you see the whole
When
video
he's
of
in
him
the
talking
car.
shit?
that was so
I
awesome.
just
Oh,
saw him in the car with
it
like
was
the
it
flag
was
or whatever.
perfect.
Yeah.
The video was great.
I
He
didn't
did-
watch the
like
thing,
he's
I
so
was
good at
like,
talking shit, man.
He made it. He makes it hard for McGregor not to respond. Like,
Yeah.
if I was McGregor right now, like I want to respond to him, and I'm a nobody.
You're
Yeah.
like, did you just call my wife a fucking whore?
I didn't watch.
look at this mate.
Did you see he unfollowed everybody from his Instagram except for Conor McGregor's wife?
Yeah, dude, and on Twitter, and
how
on
long
Twitter.
that took, dude. He probably followed a lot. Of people.
I mean,
you
he
could probably
probably-
just unfollow everybody and then hunt her down and follow
True.
her.
Yeah. That's funny.
Yeah, and he just shared it. And fucking
He knows.
Barstool
He knows
Sports
how to
shared
play
it.
the game, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. It would
That's
be
so
like
funny.
it would be a shitty fight, but the best shit talk you've ever seen
Yeah.
in a fucking
Like you're gonna,
in a boxing
you're gonna
match.
like, you're either gonna, like that video said, you're either gonna feel super honest that he beats the fuck out of him, or by some weird thing, Jake Paul's gonna knock him out, and we're gonna witness history
Yeah.
in
I
the
know.
weirdest fucking
Chad
thing.
said he wouldn't buy the pay per view, but I kind of want to buy it if it
I would
happens.
pitch in for that. I want to
I
see
don't know.
that.
I
would
kinda-
wanna watch
Fight me
it.
I'd kind
to
of
that
want
UFC.
to. I'd kind of want to like witness that
If I
Why
do
live.
that,
not?
I want to.
And it also depends on who else they're gonna put on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If they're gonna, I don't know. I don't really,
I want to
because
see it.
I don't really see him putting on a whole bunch of other like. I don't know.
I feel like it's kind of a.
I don't
joke.
really know much about the boxing sport and who's on the roster and stuff, so I don't. The McGregor Jake Paul fight would be the only
great
one.
if they just made it like a fucking, just like a funny fight thing, like not all.
Yeah, like
no,
a joke.
don't put
That's
any.
what I was
Yeah,
thinking. It's just a joke.
the fucking the
Like
comedian.
I want them to try, but I mean, I don't want them to be like. Make
But
it a whole
just the
thing.
whole card should just be like people who aren't boxers fighting
Yeah.
fighting other people. Because there's a
Yeah.
comedian, Louis J. Gomez, who is supposed to fight a former professional fighter who's a radio host now, Jason Ellis. Like that would be great if that was on that card too, and just put a bunch of shit like that of like fucking. This guy who's good at talking shit fights a real fighter, and we can just watch a bunch of people get their fucking asses kicked.
Yeah.
Just making a whole card of like
Yeah, that'd be
like
cool.
clown fights. Just
I wanna see
YouTubers
the
fighting
Jake
each other.
Paul one. I
Bunch
wanna
of
see him
YouTube.
get fucked up.
And Logan
I mean-
Paul's like, I guess he's really gonna fight Mayweather.
Yes, it's going to be an exhibition match.
And that's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't think he deserves it, but whatever. If
Yeah.
Mayweather agrees to it, that's his decision.
Yeah.
And wasn't it you that shared it? That fucking Dana White responded to Jake Paul because Jake Paul called out Dana White too.
Oh,
Yeah,
word.
called
Not
him
as a
a-
fight, he
called
just
him a
called him a
bitch.
bitch because he wouldn't let Conor sign a contract. And Dana White was like, "How about I'll sign a contract? How about I let Amanda Nunes beat your ass or something like that?"
That would be
And
cool, dude.
that'd be funny because she probably would.
Oh, she'd destroy him.
They should do that. I want to watch that one too. But the McGregor one. he
Just
has
be like,
to at
all
least
right,
do
all
that.
right, we'll let you fight a UFC fighter, but it's got to be in the octagon.
Yeah,
I want to see her submit him.
that would.
That's what I want to see. Just fucking choke him out.
You want to know what I haven't kept up on at all? WWE.
Yeah, I don't really watch that shit
At all.
anymore. It's
Really?
I-
That's surprising.
It's
Yeah.
it's just gotten to the point where it's lame, dude. Nothing exciting happens. People can't
They
break
fired
bones
everybody.
anymore.
Yeah, everyone got fired.
Yeah, and they let go of a bunch of awesome people, and AEW, that's the thing
Yeah.
to pay attention to, but I don't have fucking TNT. All I can watch is their dark episodes that they put on YouTube.
I'll see if TNT's on the YouTube TV, and then you can use that. Because that's just
Oh,
TV.
word.
That's just legit TV. Like MTV,
They just signed fucking Sting.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Dude.
you didn't see
That
that?
dude's got to be old as shit.
I haven't
He
kept
is.
up.
Well,
at all.
Sting hasn't been on TNT since WCW, so it was a pretty big deal. And obviously, he wasn't in contract with the WWE, but he did stuff for them.
Yeah.
And now it's like,
He-
fuck you guys, I'm going back to
Well,
TNT and AEW.
It's crazy how, especially during this time, they're making such a big deal if they have like OnlyFans or streaming shit and stuff like.
Well,
they're
WWE,
really
they pulled
controlling it.
that Twitch stuff.
Mhm.
They fired a girl because of it. She was like, I'm not taking down my channel, so they got rid of her. And they were just starting to push her.
Yep.
Does AEW do that bullshit?
No,
No.
AEW gives them exclusive contracts. Like, fucking Jake Hager can go fight in Bellator whenever
Yep.
he feels like it.
Oh, that's
And
cool.
AEW
yeah.
doesn't give a
And
shit.
he does. Like
He does.
been-
He
comes back and then the next night he'll go.
He went.
fucking
He
do
went. He did a
match in
fight on a
AEW.
Thursday night, and then that next Wednesday he was on AEW Dynamite. I mean,
Good for him,
his
man.
his eye was black and blue, so you can definitely tell. But I remember watching that fight, and his coach was like, "You're a real fighter now, boy. You hear that?" That was cool. No, but he did good. That fight, man, I feel like that fight was on the
A
fence.
dream is still to see a pay-per-view though, WWE.
I would love to like.
WrestleMania,
I would love to attend it. Well, I would. WrestleMania would obviously be the one to go to, but I think any of the big four, Royal Rumble, Survivor Series, SummerSlam, I think those would be cool to attend.
I know Royal Rumble brings back, like they always have a surprise.
Then that's another thing. I would love to be able to witness like
but it's boring.
an old
other than
wrestler that we forgot about come
Yeah.
back. I know he's gonna lose, but the fact it's like, oh my god, I watched you growing up, and now I'm fucking.
I know
it's
we
cool,
knew Edge was coming, but when Edge,
dude.
I just love him so
I
much.
wish they made that like a surprise. It would have been so
They
much
tried,
better.
but someone videoed the. Right? Isn't that how it got leaked?
I don't know.
Someone outside of the thing videoed, like, it was on a big screen and they were outside and they videoed it, and that's how it initially got leaked. And then they're like, that's
Oh,
what
I
I heard,
I don't
think,
know.
from Twitter.
Hmm.
When I had all that.
Them motherfucks.
Yeah. So
Whatever.
people suck. Social media
People were
ruins a
still
lot of things.
excited.
Oh, I was. I was so invested in that.
I didn't think he'd get as far as he did. Like I thought, like when they say returns, they like their returns. They come back for like 2 matches and they're gone.
Wasn't Brock Lesnar, like, killing everybody in the beginning, right? It was him. Is that how that
Yeah, he
started?
kind of always killed everybody.
But, like, it was him for, like, how many people? Like, 10? Like, it was, like, nonstop. It was annoying.
When he first came in.
Yeah.
Oh, to the Rumble.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's how it started.
Yeah, that McIntyre came out, right?
Yeah,
Is
and
that
then
who
he won.
eliminated?
Yeah, that's what happened. It was just annoying. I'm like, I don't even want to watch this. And then I'm like, but Edge, I have to watch
How about working one of those shows, Cody? Would you do that?
Yeah, absolutely. I've already done WWE.
Yeah,
I
but
thought
would
so,
you
yeah.
would you work on the like that WrestleMania? What was it, 33?
Yeah,
They had
of
that
course.
big
Oh,
globe
fuck
and
yeah.
that like fucking 50-yard ramp. How long do you think it
build
takes
that
to?
fucking ramp?
How long do you think it takes to do a setup like that? Do you ever see that
Oh, it
setup?
might take a week or two. Probably. I mean, it might take a couple of weeks.
Real, I want to work with you.
Anytime. I mean, the job doesn't exist right now.
Yeah.
Mm.
But when it does, I would love it. Like, to possibly
Would
be
you
able to
do
be-
like wardrobe?
Yeah. We talked about
Fucking-
this, yeah.
Did we?
Yeah. I would do makeup.
I don't know if they
wigs,
do
though.
makeup. We don't. I don't think we hire makeup people.
Okay.
If they have
Word, that
makeup,
makes
somebody
sense.
else fucking.
I would
they
still
have
do
their own
wardrobe,
people
though.
do it. I suppose.
That would still be dope.
Wardrobe sucks.
Why? Like, describe it.
You gotta help people change clothes.
I would love that.
They're all like out there singing and dancing, so they're all sweaty and gross.
I would still love
And
it.
like I don't know if they always have the opportunity to clean all the clothes.
Oh, word, yeah.
It's gross. It's kind of a gross job.
I would still do it, though. That wouldn't bother me that much. I would just wear a mask anyways. I'm always going to wear a mask forever now. No, I'm kidding.
I mean,
Maybe.
it's fucking. I don't know. I've never done it myself. I've just watched people do it, but it looks tough. You got to deal with the actors, and actors aren't always easy to deal with.
Yeah, 'cause
and-
you're-
That
Well,
setup
yeah. I mean, I would totally do
a
that.
week, Think a week?
I mean, that probably. Let me look at it again. Let me look at it closer. Might take a couple of weeks.
15-hour days.
Dude, when the job exists, Cody, hit me up. I'll do the wardrobe.
Oh yeah, is that roller coaster? Is that just there?
Didn't they have a
Yeah, no, they built that. That's like scaffolding.
That would take weeks.
That might
even take like a month to build, maybe. That looks like it would take a long time because that shit's tall. You need like a lot of lifts and that would take a while. That would be shit. Yeah.
They probably have.
That would take a long time to do.
They probably have the best teams in the world that
Definitely
work on that.
Definitely not an overnight thing.
Man, look at that. That's a fucking setup, dude.
I mean, not everybody might not all be there for the entire time. They might bring in, all the carpenters in for like a couple of days, and then they leave, and then the fucking lighting guys come in for a few days. But
if you guys,
I've never built anything that big.
If you guys never seen WWE stuff, look up the setup for WrestleMania 33. It's immaculate.
It was awesome. Yeah.
It would have been awesome to be there, and like the amount of people, dude. Like
they tell you in the beginning how many are there, and it's always like more and more every year.
Yeah, how many people attended this? I like looking up their attendance records and stuff. It's so cool. Attendance. All right, here we go. There was WrestleMania 30. I said 33. Why is it showing me 34?
Yeah, nobody was at 34, right? Wasn't that
35,
this year?
35
Oh, okay.
was the...
That was pandemic at WrestleMania?
Yeah, WrestleMania 33 was 75,245. WrestleMania 34 before the pandemic
How
year.
How many did you say?
WrestleMania 33 was 75,245. But their highest attendance looks like WrestleMania 34 of 78,133.
Yeah.
Could you imagine being in a freaking Superdome with 78,000 other people? Like, wow.
It was annoying just to be in Elmira at the WWE thing, though.
But that wasn't even sold out. That wasn't even close to being sold out.
No, dude. It was
dude,
just, people are dumb.
The most attendance place I went to was
Warped Tour was pretty fucking crazy.
Oh yeah, they were pretty full.
That was shoulder.
That's probably the fullest I've been to. But like indoor, would have been that Green Day concert in Pittsburgh. It was sold out. That whole arena was sold out. That was in Syracuse. That wasn't. No, dude. It kind of makes me sad that A Day to Remember can't sell out a place like that. But whatever. It was.
I love A Day to Remember.
That night it was.
I Prevail
who
too.
played? There was three bands.
I Prevail.
We missed the first band, but it was some other band, I Prevail, and A Day to Remember.
Yeah. It was.
And I don't know. I figured around this Syracuse area, A Day to Remember and I Prevail could sell out a place, but it wasn't, man. Like, there was a lot of space up in the seating area, and there was like half of the skating rink or whatever was full.
I miss concerts so much. So much.
I
could have seen Rammstein this year, dude.
Oh, shit.
You remember that?
Pictures falling. Yeah, dude. That got canceled real quick. And they'll probably never come back to the North America.
Once in a lifetime, makes me so sad.
Where were they going to be? Philly?
Yeah. Philly or Pittsburgh, one of the two.
Yeah. I would have drove. I would have fucking...
I know Missy planned on getting tickets, man.
I was
looking forward to going because I think it would be super awesome to witness their theatrics in their show.
Yeah, their live shows look pretty fucking amazing.
I want to see Architects live.
I've never seen any of their live stuff.
I've seen I've watched YouTube videos and stuff, and they're pretty legit. Volbeat was pretty good.
Shut up, dude. No, they weren't. Volbeat's stupid.
So when I went to Scranton for the 2018,
hand me that bowl.
To see the last Warped Tour, or go to the last.
Oh, you went to that?
Motionless in White was there, and they're from Scranton, so it was crazy. Like, they were there. I went to see Crown mainly, but Amity Affliction was there. 303 was there.
303.
And they're, like, older, but, like, they are entertaining as fuck. Because I got kind of stuck there.
I see
their
them on
audience was all the
TikTok
way
every
up.
once in a while.
Yeah, they're funny as fuck. I see their TikTok, too. They're funny. But they were there. I seen them. I seen D's Nuts, which was, like, a rap. Kind of like
You know, I know who. Yeah.
Senses Fail. I watched. That was dope. That was a good day. That was
I like Senses Fail. That band's fucking cool.
he was a dick. It was funny, kind of.
How was he a dick?
It was for a good reason, but like, so the.
Well, then how was he being a dick if it? What?
Okay, whatever. He
What?
just had an attitude. Calm your tits. So like.
But then it's not a good
Stop
reason.
reading into what I say. Stop it.
Then don't say what you said.
Okay, so he put authority out somehow. Listen to my story before
Okay,
you
go ahead.
fucking question
Go
it.
ahead. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Thank you. So the montage, is that what's called Montage Mountain?
In Scranton.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're people who catch the crowd surfers and whatever. Were not trained properly to what?
Ashtray.
They weren't trained to catch them properly, so they let 2 people fall. And the lead singer of Senses Fail jumped off the stage and like yelled at the dude in his face. And then he got back on stage and he's like, "Don't fucking crowd surf or you'll fucking die." And then they had the people that went with Warped Tour, like they went and kind of like was training them and helping them while it
Yeah.
went on. And it was just like,
Wow.
damn. And he kept talking about bagels. He's like, "I'm so happy I'm somewhere that has bagels." So I guess where they're from.
Is he Jewish?
No, like the area. They were acting
What the
like,
fuck does that have to do
I
with
don't,
bagels?
isn't that like a stereotype? Jewish people like bagels.
I think it's New Yorkers. I think bagels are just in New York
he's
mostly.
just happy that he's
I've
somewhere
never
that's-
heard anything.
You've
had to
never
do-
heard
no.
Family Guy make a joke about Jewish
You're
people and
right.
bagels.
You're right.
I could give you their fucking
You're very right.
their first season. They have a
You want
fucking
this. Take it.
when Peter they're doing a presentation where they're showing off new toys, and
You're right.
this guy makes a GI Jew, and he pulls the string. He's like, "You call these
Wait.
bagels?"
Wait, hey, the dude on fucking Sausage Party, the bagel was Jewish.
Really?
Yeah,
I don't remember.
because the tortilla guy was like,
Mexican, obviously.
yeah, and it was he?
I would assume.
No, he wasn't.
What else would you make a tortilla?
He was like a folded up thing, and it was a I'm pretty sure he wasn't Mexican. Anyways, but yeah, the bagel was Jewish. So yeah, that makes sense. But
That's
no, he
funny.
was just happy he was in an area that had bagels, and he's just like, I was so happy I woke up and had breakfast and I could have a bagel.
What kind of fucking who doesn't have bagels?
I know. What part?
That's weird. I feel like all grocery
go to
stores
He
Walmart,
would always
yeah.
be like, he'd always say,
I mean, then again,
"Eat
bagels are a New
breakfast."
York
he's
thing.
a big breakfast guy, because all the time he's like, eat breakfast. Eat, like, all the time.
Shut the fuck up and sing more songs about
Yeah.
your ex-girlfriend.
But it was
I didn't come here for health food advice.
yeah, fuck.
If you wanted to give me health food advice, you would have sang about it.
I want to hear "Let It Enfold You."
It was fun. It was a good time. Crown was. I loved Crown at the time though, like obsessed. But now I'm not. So I've gone into way heavier music than Crown the Empire. But
Yeah, they weren't.
I'm
I
pretty
don't
sure
know.
I've seen them. I think I saw them at Warped Tour one year.
yeah, probs.
I don't really know them that well.
Amity Affliction was pretty dope. But at that time, that was not even that heavy. But I wasn't there yet. Like I watched them. I'm like,
Cody, what was your first Warped Tour?
Oh, fuck. I don't remember the year. 2014, maybe?
Oh man,
It was late. Like, I didn't go to concerts until later, you know? Like, besides, like, little
Attila
local
was my
shows or, like,
first.
little bar shows.
yeah.
I didn't really go to a big concert until that fucking Mudvayne concert.
Yeah, dude,
That
same
was,
here.
like, the first
I
big
think
show
that
I
was
ever
the
went
first.
to.
That Pedal the Metal tour was the first big concert.
Monday.
Or no, it wasn't. Cause I went. My first concert was freaking 2007 Warped Tour.
I drove to me and
But then-
Steven Cutt and Brian Gates.
After that, I didn't like because I didn't go. I didn't really go to concerts like every summer. But after that Warped Tour wasn't until the Pedal the Metal tour.
Yeah, well, it wasn't even Brian. It was me and Steven Cutt and Michael Seeley, and I think Nicole Halleck went to. We drove to Wilkes-Barre and saw some fucking band that Steven was really into in like a basement, or in like a little, or it wasn't in a basement. It was like in the back of like a diner or something like that.
Interesting.
Like there was like this little, I think it might have been a bagel shop. There was like this little diner bagel shop thing like in front, and then like you go through a door in the back, and they had like this tiny little concert hall there. I got jumped by a bunch of little kids, and they fucking broke my glasses, and Steven had to drive my car home.
How'd you, like, they beat you up or something?
Kind of. It's hard to say like that they beat me up, because all the worst they did was break my glasses. It wasn't like my face got all fucked up. I wasn't in pain. It was more like they just pulled me into a mosh pit and then just started punching me. They were doing it to a lot of people. Like they pulled quite a few, like the same little group of like 12-year-old kids.
Yeah.
Like pulled a bunch of people in. Like they were literally like punching me, and the whole time I was trying to get Steven's attention because my glasses fell off. I didn't give a fuck about these kids. I was just like, Steven, my glasses, Steven! Like, I'm just screaming at him, and he's not even looking at me. He's, like, looking forward watching the band and shit. But I'm just trying to, like, I don't even give a fuck about these kids, like, basically swarming all over me. I'm just, like, worried about my glasses.
No,
like, where did my
stay away
fucking
from
glasses
that
go?
shit. I make sure to stay away from. Dude,
That was what sucked about that place. There was no staying away from it. It was in. We might as well have been in a room this fucking big, you know.
Slipknot. Well, when I saw Latilla, and at the ground floor of the old Pajama Factory in Williamsport, that was a small little place, and these kids were trying to do a mosh pit. But the friend I was with was tiny, and she was terrified. So I was like, "Let's just go up front." And then we were like front stage.
They bought a new place they opened up.
Yeah.
And it's a lot bigger, but it sucks because they opened it up at the wrong time.
Fucking yeah. When I had
Facebook, it was like
them.
2 years ago, and they had a couple shows there, but then
Where is this?
The ground floor. Like they closed for a while, and then a couple people bought a new they bought a new place, and they opened it back up, calling it the ground floor, some shit like that. Yeah, a couple shows. Then they had announcements for a bunch more shows, and then the pandemic happened, and now I feel like their investment into that building is probably gone, and they're probably sobbing because of all the money they lost.
Yeah, I thought the same thing might have happened to building number 9 too, because they opened like right before the pandemic.
Yep.
So good though.
Their pizza's good. I just had their pizza a couple weeks ago.
They're the only place in Troy that delivers, though.
Yeah, we had it delivered to Aaron's house while we were watching the fights.
They deliver, and they like have an app. They're on like this home whatever app, so you can use it like DoorDash. The only place on there that's local. The other closest is Wellsboro, so you can order right on the app, and then they text you when it's ready. Like they're trying to keep up with that to keep their business alive, and I think that's smart.
And you're gonna you have to everything's got to be online anymore.
Vinny's,
that's how you keep up.
They're just known, so they keep alive because
people just love Vinny's there.
They're a good place. I like Vinny's. Obviously I don't go there much anymore.
Love it.
I'd go there a lot if I lived in Troy.
Yeah, if I lived like in Troy.
When I moved to Troy, I ate it there, but not so much anymore.
They got good pizza.
Yeah,
you get sick of it?
I mean, I imagine you probably got it a lot.
McDonald's can't even fucking look at McDonald's anymore. I'm so over it.
Dude, I've been over McDonald's for like a decade.
Well, it's Brad's favorite.
Nah, dude, I changed it to Arby's. Remember? Arby's is so. They're so good.
Yeah, dude. We're getting back on this topic.
Yeah, let's talk about something that's not food related.
I know, I'm hungry. I'm probably going to go to KFC Taco Bell after this.
Really?
Yeah.
You're going to drive all the way up there for fucking Taco Bell.
I do it from my house just for Taco Bell, so this is kind of...
I
just spent a ton of money on groceries, so I don't want to go out to eat for another 2 weeks.
I didn't do it.
I always drove like 25 minutes to Sayre when I was stoned and wanted to eat Chinese.
Yeah.
Go to that buffet over there.
I love Troy's Chinese. Better than Canton's. Those are the only two I really...
I thought that place was closed.
Which one?
Troy.
Nope. I had Chinese the other day.
We used to skip school to go there. But then again, we also
That's
used to skip school to go to Charlie's. No, we went there. We didn't really skip to go to the Chinese place. Remember there was like a period of time when they were working on the fucking cafeteria, so they made food in the Commons building? You remember that? Maybe that was senior year. No, it was junior year. My junior year. It would have been your senior year.
I don't remember that.
You don't remember that?
Nope.
We had to go to the Commons building to eat food. You don't remember that at all?
Mm-mm.
Well, that happened for a while. And like when that happened, they originally told us that we were allowed to leave campus to go get food.
Really?
Yeah, and me and Scott Kayani used to go to the Chinese place like every day. But then we kept coming back late. I think that's why they stopped letting us do it. 'Cause
Oh,
we
yeah.
kept coming back late. You know, we were supposed to have a half-hour lunch,
believe
and we
when-
wouldn't come back
I
until
believe
like,
when Travis was in school, there was a point where they were allowed to leave, but then they stopped it because kids would leave and not come back.
But the thing is, that wasn't because I fucking went out to lunch. I would have
Right.
just done that anyway.
Right.
Like, if I'm gonna leave, I was just gonna leave.
Yo, my senior year was dope because I was like technically emancipated, which you legally can't do, but
Right.
like the school knows what's going on. So they
What
let
do you mean? Were you older, above 16?
No, I was 18 and I didn't live with parents, so like
Yeah, I know,
I
but
could sign myself out.
So that's not really being
Oh,
emancipated.
okay.
That's just being an
Right.
adult.
yeah.
Kinda, but you as a senior, you normally would like I had to go through all.
Yeah,
this
but you were
paperwork to do
18.
it.
You were 18.
I think it was
though.
17 because my birthday.
Oh.
It was like it was 17 and 18.
And then the one other kid that got emancipated, freaking Eric Schoner.
Yeah, I remember.
That.
He had an apartment when he was like 17 or something
Yeah.
like that.
But I could sign myself out, I guess, until I was 18. Then obviously I could. But like for a while, so all my friends were jealous. I'm like, bye.
See, I never signed myself out. I just left.
Yeah.
Really?
Like, who cares?
Just walked out.
I don't need to let you guys know I'm leaving. You don't know.
I'm
don't
not
need
supposed
know
to be
my
leaving.
Fuck
Can't,
you.
Like, wait. I went to Troy for 1 year, but that was only first grade, so I don't know how your guys.
Remember when they used to threaten us, say that we wouldn't be able to graduate if we didn't like do our detentions? Do you remember
Oh
that?
yeah, yeah.
It was bullshit.
They let
man.
you
I never did my
graduate.
detentions.
They let you graduate. They just wouldn't let you walk, like be up on stage and stuff.
Well, I didn't
with
walk because
everybody.
I failed physics. I had to do
Oh,
one of
okay.
those packets on fucking geology.
You graduated though, didn't you?
I didn't walk. I got my diploma, but it
I
was
had
after.
diploma.
It was
I mean-
after they wouldn't let me walk. I was kind of upset by it. Because I think it was your mom told me actually. She was like, "I don't understand why they don't just let you walk and just not give you the diploma until you're done.
Right.
Like, just let you do the whole
That's a
thing because
big
it was
ex-
more for my parents. It would have been more for my parents.
That's a
than me.
big experience in a
that's a
child's
good point.
life.
At the
You're
time, I
gonna
didn't
take
care,
it away
though.
from them because of a.
But did they threaten it to you beforehand? So it's kind of like your responsibility.
No, it
to
kind of
make
came out. Me
happen.
failing physics kind of came out of nowhere.
Oh, okay.
You know,
I'm
it
just
wasn't-
saying,
it
like, if
wasn't
they
unknown.
threatened
It was
and you just
literally-
didn't, that's your problem.
It was literally like my last class, and it was the last thing that I needed, and it kind of came out of nowhere, me failing. Because like halfway through the year, I just gave up. I was like, I'm done. I don't fucking want to be here anymore. So I just stopped going, and physics was like all my other classes I was like just barely passing. Physics was the only one that I could just slack off in and not pass.
So I'm not like this at all anymore because I don't like people. But in high school, I was very much a brown noser, and I got good grades because of that. Like I would always make best friends.
I've
with
had
teachers.
people tell me that, but I was just friends with everybody.
You were just trying to fuck Miss Ives.
You little
Yes, yes. I was trying to do my teacher.
whore. None of the can teachers are hot. They're all like older, like. So that was not
We-
my case. I would
towards-
just be like.
I think it was
"Hey, Mr.
towards
Raynard."
my sophomore year that we started getting new teachers, and some of them were
Same.
like the one was like 26 years old. She was kind of hot. And then there was another one that was like 25, 26. She was kind of hot. So it was just like, hey, I'm going to be friends with these teachers.
There was a. Do you remember? There was
I
a
was a
teacher.
17-year-old kid, dude.
There was a dude teacher who was like 23 when he taught us, and he used to just give me and Wes passes. Like we would just skip class, but then just go to him and be like, "Hey, can you sign a pass for us and say we were with you or we were in your class?" He was just like, "Sure."
Mr. Hackney, dude.
Yes, that's him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He tried
That guy
to get
was
us
the
a
shit.
lacrosse team, dude.
And we tried talking him.
I would've
like,
signed
we
up
used
for
to try
that.
and fucking get him to admit that he liked to get drunk because his birthday was on St. Patrick's Day.
Nice.
We were like, "No way do you not drink, Mr. Hackney."
He was cool.
He said
I liked
he
him.
would. He said if we ever ran into him outside of school, he would buy us fucking booze. Like he would drink with us, me and Wes.
Do you remember the sub teacher, Mr. Wynn?
Yeah, he was like into fucking anime and shit.
And he always like had lies out his fucking ass. Like
I
he was
kind
a
of do remember
pathological
him,
liar.
but I can't put a face to
He
him.
told me he was there when they created Halo, and he was telling it. I'm like, no, you weren't. Like you weren't there when they created.
What does that mean? I was there
Oh,
when
wait,
they
I
created
do remember
Halo.
that.
What
He
does
was-
that even mean?
wasn't
We
he
were
like
kids,
a-
he thought he could just make. us
Wasn't
think
he like a
whatever.
nerdy bald dude?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, he
Yes.
told me that he hung out with the Undertaker for a day and told us
Dude,
a
he
bunch
just
of stories.
bullshits.
And I was like, I don't know, man. I don't believe you.
Dude, that's what I'm saying though. Like it was. Oh,
He's one of those teachers that, like, now thinking back, he was probably autistic.
He's still subbing. He's still doing it.
I believe it.
His
He's
brother
someone
though.
I would think he was a pedophile or something.
His brother, Mr. Wynn, also Avi, but he was a teacher. He was like my 9th grade English teacher, and he died. He had heart problems, but he was so dope. But he'd always be like, "My brother," like he'd always just like, "I know, dude. Don't tell me this," because everyone's like, "Do you know your brother?" He's like, "I know."
Do you know your brother?
Like, do you know that he acts this way or says this? They'll try to tell him stories, and he's like, "I know, just stop." Like,
So me and David Conklin ran into a substitute teacher at the bar once. You know Mr. Colton?
I do. I remember
Mr.
him.
Colton?
Yep.
He fucking bought us
He was
beer at the
cool.
bar, man. He bought us like
Word.
3 or 4 pitchers. Because we
Nice, dude.
started talking to him. We noticed him at the end of the bar. David was just like, I think that's a teacher. And finally we just asked him, and he's like, yeah, I used to be a substitute. And we were like, oh, we remember you. And we just bullshitted with him for a little bit. And we were running a tab, and eventually he like walked. He just left. It was like, see you later, guys. And when we tried to pay for our bill, the bartender was like, nah, that guy that left earlier, he paid for all of it.
Nice, dude.
Yeah, it was pretty dope.
That's
And
sweet.
thinking back now, he was just a substitute teacher, and he did that on a substitute teacher's like pay.
yeah.
Like thinking, like knowing what I know now, I'm like, man, he really probably couldn't afford to have done that. Like,
Oh man.
because we drank like 3 or 4 pitchers. He probably gave that was probably like $30, $40.
I think the only time I got beer bought for me was, you remember that Dave West security guard?
Yeah,
Chad and I went down to Anthony's Bar and
Super
Grill.
Dave.
Yeah, we went down there once and we were drinking, and his fucking wife just divorced him.
Well,
And he comes over by us. He's like, "Oh, how old are you boys now?" We're like 21. He's like, "Let me get you some beer."
Well,
And he bought
used
us
to,
like 3 beers each.
He used to hang out at Anthony's and give people rides home because he doesn't drink.
Wow.
He would like hang out there, and if
Well,
somebody was getting wasted, he'd be like, "Let me drive you home, so
this
you don't
was-
drive drunk."
Like I said, he sat there and told us about his divorce and
That's
all that
sad.
stuff.
Every time I went to Anthony's, there's just
Apparently, he's like a huge
crazy
pervert,
people.
weird pedophile guy now.
Yeah, and I guess Jordan was saying, because I think Jordan used to work with
I
him.
feel like I know.
He
who you're
started
talking
doing
about.
testosterone replacement therapy, so he got all like jacked and horny.
Oh Jesus!
Like, so he was like just all energized and like jacked up with testosterone and wants to fuck everything.
Maybe he shouldn't. He definitely shouldn't be doing security at the high school then.
I feel like I know who we're talking.
But he
about.
never did security at the high school. He did security at the fucking park. That wasn't the high school doesn't really have anything to do with the park.
Oh, true.
Just
That's
the fucking the field is
I
there,
just
but
thought
that's just because
They
it's
rent
allowed
it,
to be
yeah.
there. Yeah.
He was just always wearing a fucking security coat at like when at football games and
Yeah,
Oh, right,
everywhere,
'cause
but
that
that's
was
at the
at the
park.
park.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
you're
at
right.
Alpron.
okay. All right, there's the connection.
Yeah, he wasn't.
There's
He
the
didn't actually
connection.
work for the school.
There's the connection.
Did you guys ever have the substitute, Mr. Hollenbeck?
No,
The
I don't
name
remember
sounds
that
familiar.
name at all.
He lives in Troy, but fucking this one time I was singing like just jokingly, and he's like, "Your voice is horrible." And I'm like, "Well, my mom says it's great." And he's like, "Your mom's deaf." And I'm like, "Okay."
Oh man.
I'm like, I was just joking.
High school was fun.
It was. We had crazy teachers in Canton. I had this one love me, Mr. Rayner, my history teacher. He made me brownies 3 times my senior year. Like, effort into them. Frost them, decorate them, put Oreos in
You
them.
think that's cool? One of my teachers wanted to fuck me.
Fuck, he probably wanted to fuck me, but he's old. Really?
I just told Cody this story.
Oh, I'm excited.
A teacher, when I was in my punk band in high school, we played out at a bar, and she came out, and she got drunk. And when we were loading equipment up, she was like, "Hey, you want to give me a ride home, drive my car? I'll take you home tomorrow morning." I'm like, at first, I was like, "Fuck yeah."
Yes, I want to do
Wait,
that.
why
Because
didn't
she
you?
was pretty.
Why didn't you?
Because I was 17, and I was like, "There's no way my parents are gonna be cool with this." Because my
Oh,
parents
that's
were at the show.
Yo, that's
They
rough.
they loaded the equipment into their truck and stuff. So there's no way
What a
I
missed
could have went up.
opportunity,
There's no
dude.
way as a 17-year-old boy could I went up to my parents and be like, "Hey, can I drive my teacher home?
Can I
Spend the
with
night
my
there,
teacher?
and she'll give me a ride home in the morning." There's no way. That would not happen.
You didn't know.
You should have
wouldn't know unless
asked
you
at
tried.
least.
Yeah.
You should have at least given it,
You
thrown the
should've
shot. Be
tried,
like,
you
Dad,
little
my
pussy."
teacher, she's drunk, man. She's a ride home.
I should have
I
asked
gotta
my.
help her out.
Definitely
Your
gotta
mom's a
ask the
great
dad
woman.
first.
She would totally she'd be like,
The thing is, like, his dad's
her.
not stupid. His dad would just be like,
Yeah,
sure,
that's
yeah, you
true.
do that, and we'll follow you over and pick you up.
Yeah. Yep.
Like, that's what would have happened, really. He'd have been like,
So,
oh yeah, look, you could
during
go ahead and do
the
that, but you are not
drive-
spending the night there.
okay, but during the drive, like Hannah would be like, at least get something out of it. You
My dad's coming to pick me up. We gotta do this quick.
I'm only 17. It won't last long.
Wow, missed opportunity, loser.
Oh no.
Yeah, the teacher that made me brownies was old, so it wasn't like a hot story like that. It's just he'd always be like, Kristin June, whenever he saw me in the hallway, and I'd be like,
June.
yeah, that's my real name. And I'd be
Wow.
like,
That's my birthday. My birthday's that month.
good job.
Congratulations.
Proud of you for making that connection. But no, he'd always like scream. Or I worked at Acorn and Canton. He'd be like, Kristin June, when he'd walk in. I'd be like, he loved me. He loved me.
Did you give him like discount pizza and stuff?
Dude, I gave everyone
Were you able to
discount
get? Were you able to give your employee discount to people?
Yo, we would just steal food. I stole so much from that place. We never paid for food we made behind that shit. We would have like dozen of wings and just eat it and be like, alright.
They're gonna. One of them's gonna stumble across this, be like, "That's where all that money went."
All of it, dude. We were,
That's why we were in a deficit the
my
entire time she worked
manager-
there.
My manager allowed it. She did it. She also
Well,
introduced me to a lot
bitch,
of
you're
other
going down
things.
too.
You know who it was.
Your manager?
Yeah. at
I
the
knew
time.
I knew the manager at the
No,
time.
like you know her now.
I know her now.
Kinda. It's whatever. But
I
anyways.
I don't. But I don't want you to name drop. But
I'm
I'm
not.
really curious now.
But she's not a good person.
Trying to rack my brain. I really didn't
It's
pay
fine.
attention to the people that worked there. I kind of went in and
Did
was
you ever
like,
meet
give
my
me
friend
some,
Jordan?
give me some blunts, and
You met Jordan.
I don't remember, dude.
You had to. She worked.
I
there
don't
forever.
remember.
Okay.
I didn't make friends when I lived in Canton.
Yeah, who wants to be friends with people from Canton?
Yeah,
anyway?
dude.
That town is
I had-
gross.
I
I'm
had
from
mi-
Canton.
I had I had Missy
explains a
rolling.
lot.
I had Missy rolling the one night because we first got into Canton. We were parked by the light. I'm like, I feel dirty just being in this town.
Were you ever ashamed to tell people that you lived in Canton?
Oh, I told people I was from Troy all the time.
Yeah.
I live in Troy.
Detroit's so much better. Like you drive into Detroit.
There
and
was
it's
one time I
beautiful.
drove into Canton and I'm like, why the hell does it smell like cat piss?
You're right though.
Through the entire town.
That happens in Elmira too, though. Like you'll just be driving through Elmira and be like, "Why does it smell like
Dude,
shit? Like it just smells
dude,
like dog
there
shit
was,
right now."
There was one time I was at Chad's and I walked outside. I'm like, it smells like straight up dog shit. And I got out on the
When he lives in
interstate.
Elmira,
No, in Sayre now. Where he's at
Oh,
now.
yeah,
I
yeah.
got out on the interstate and I got going. My windows were down. I'm like, it still smells like dog shit. I'm looking under my shoes. And Chad, I get home like half an hour later. Chad texts me. He's like, dude, it still smells like dog shit.
No, Canton. Detroit's pretty dope. I got out of Canton as soon as I could. Like I tried hard, and I did. Like as soon as I graduated, I got out. Other than when I live at the Didsels randomly, but
yeah,
Mainland,
you guys
no.
couldn't even afford fucking lights for your football field for a long
facts. We
time.
couldn't have any night games.
Yeah, we had to
Until they
fucking
I remember the
play
old
in
shoe being
Saturday.
on Saturday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
in like the middle of the day, playing at like noon.
Yep. You know
Yo.
what? Shut up.
That's something I want to. Yo, if anybody listening to this podcast, comment what your high school rivalry, like what they
Oh.
fought for
Yeah,
in their football games or their soccer
Ours
game or
is an
whatever.
Old shoe.
Yeah,
that's bronze.
mine and Cody's school against Kristin's school, we fought for an old shoe every year. An old shoe.
Very serious about it too. We used to burn our like letters in each
Yeah.
other's fields the night before.
Oh,
Yeah,
dude,
but then they
Oh my
fucking
God.
the ones that did our fucking year were drunk and burned our old letters into the fucking field. And then they fucking redid it, so we had THS and CHS burned into our fucking field.
Wouldn't it be cool if they just messed
They're
up completely and put THC?
Yeah. They're like, oh fuck.
They would have came right to our group in high school and been like, boys, we need to talk to you.
Like when shows try to like pick on like Blue Mountain State, that was called, like they have that like old ran down like coach that's like sad living in his glory days type character.
Oh yeah.
Can has that so hard. Like three of
Is
them.
it
I
like
feel like-
half of the fucking town of Canton?
Yeah, dude. Legit.
I feel like I look at a lot of like coaches like that. Like in South Park with the wrestling coach, they go in his house, he's got all of his trophies and medals behind him. I feel like that's how all the coaches
That would be
are.
the only type of person that would be dedicated to a shitty school, like a high school team. Like they're dedicated to.
Mr. Rogers had a fucking motorcycle that he painted the Trojan
Dude, they're
colors.
did.
insane. They're
He did.
And
That
then
was
we got
stupid.
rid of him.
And it's
Like, as a team, we basically got rid of that guy. We were like, fuck you.
Well, what was funny is that the football coach, when I was in school, like my grade or whatever, his son was playing football. And it's just funny to watch how serious they are and how much he's gonna get fucking beat the shit out of when he gets home if he fucks up. Like, he's cried. I watched him cry after because he fucked up and his dad's like,
Honestly, dude, I can see that happening with
Yeah,
some
dude.
parents. How could you fumble that ball, you worthless piece of shit?
Yeah, dude.
It
Go
definitely
to your
happens.
room. Go to your room.
People freak out about it when it's their kids. It's
Yeah,
weird.
It's insane.
I just watched a video of a fucking Pee Wee football coach beating the shit out of one of his players. Like, just straight up.
He earned it.
He's got the fucking helmet on and shit, but the dude just straight up smacks him in the face so hard he goes down on the ground. And he does it twice. And, like, apparently people freaked out on him for it, and his apology was just like, I'm sorry that I didn't save the disciplining for when I wasn't in public.
Whoa.
Is it
At
basi-
least he's honest.
They need to watch that guy. I hope he doesn't coach anymore, man. They better have gotten rid of him.
But-
Sorry,
and even
didn't
I
hide
think-
the evidence. I mean,
But
fucking
yeah,
that,
that's basically what he said. He's like, I should have saved. He's like, I'm sorry that everybody had to see that. I should have saved the disciplining for when we weren't in public.
That's fucking.
That way, when your kid-
but he said he's like, me and the parents have talked, and the parents are cool with it. But he just straight up he beats his fucking kid, man. It was funny.
Dude,
I-
I bet you they're good players.
I'd fight a coach.
Just
I'd
saying.
I'd beat it. I'd fuck him up.
Oh, like if Leo.
Yeah,
was
if
in a
it was
sport, you'd, like,
Leo-
If
fuck
Leo
him
was
up.
in a sport, that coach would be down
I
so
can see
quick,
that.
dude.
You're mean.
I mean, if I saw someone do it with another kid, I'd probably be down there and be like, "What the fuck is your problem, dude?"
I'd probably laugh.
I hope Leo does music stuff. That'd be like, I'm not.
He
saying
probably will.
should.
I mean, he's always trying to play my guitar, and whenever I bring up my snare, he just sits there and hits
So
it.
cute.
Are you
We'll
gonna try
find
and get him
something to
into
hit it with.
sports?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm probably just like, I don't want to decide things for him, but I'm gonna encourage him to get involved in something.
Right.
If he comes home and is like, "Oh, they're doing football sign-ups," I'm like, and I'll just be like, "Well, do you want to play? Like, if you want to
What
play,
about
let's
chorus?
play."
What if he comes home and is like, I want to be in
Well,
chorus?
Daddy,
that's
I want to
cool.
be a ballerina.
Okay,
Oh, you.
let's
would.
do it.
That's nice. That's good.
I don't care, dude. It's whatever he wants to do, whatever makes him happy.
Good.
I'm not
mindset.
gonna push like being a musician down his throat or
Right.
anything. But
He'll have a huge
children
influence, though.
children are influenced.
Yeah.
So I mean,
That's
with
why I
me
said he
playing
probably
with me
will.
playing guitar acoustic around him all the time, and him being right there strumming it and stuff. If I do that enough, he might just be like, I want to play guitar. I mean, there was a point in time where my dad thought, he was like, these guys are never, like Chad and I, he's like, these guys will never be into music. And then one day it was like this 180, and music was our entire life.
Maybe if you keep watching MMA with him, you'll want to get into wrestling.
That would be dope.
That too.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
You can do more than one thing.
I mean,
More the experience.
I mean,
yeah.
Chad
And
played.
wi- and-
Chad played football and was in a band.
yeah, and with me being a stay-at-home dad, it makes it a lot easier to get him to all these things
Mm-hmm.
and not having to fit in like some weird work schedule to where he can't make it to like he can't play a sport he wants to because it doesn't match up with my wife and I's work schedule or something, and like that'll make me sad too. I don't want to do that to him.
Yeah, like my parents worked too hard. They could never go to like some of the away games. You know, if we had to go all the way to North Penn or fucking Wyalusing, they wouldn't be able to make it in time.
I was only in orchestra. I did play softball, but not for the school.
My dad, I think, like when Chad played, we'd go to like Wellsboro. We'd go to Blossburg there when you guys played North Penn. But we didn't travel to like Kawaneski Valley. We didn't travel there. We didn't travel. Did Elkland have a football team?
If they did, it was part of like a different team.
I mean, I know I played. No,
I
I don't think
they used to
Elkland
like
did.
the smaller schools. They like mixed teams. That's
had
what North Penn was.
They had a basketball team, I believe. I believe Elkland. I went there for basketball. They didn't come out there, but they went to a lot of them, just kind of close. Not the real far ones. Kawaneski Valley was away.
Yeah, my parents would go to like Sayre or Athens. Or
Montgomery,
Canton.
that was distance.
Yeah, but even on basketball, you guys played like Jersey Shore and shit.
Yeah.
Like the basketball team went fucking
The year
far.
that I played basketball, Jersey Shore came to us. So I didn't have to go.
Yeah, you didn't have to take that 3-hour drive.
But I definitely remember the team playing Jersey Shore and going there.
I played like in orchestra my entire like middle
violin.
and high school. Yeah,
That's pretty cool. We didn't get a violinist in our.
We weren't allowed to have
until,
string instruments.
Yeah, dude.
We
it was
went that way.
It was so
after
weird.
I graduated.
But we finally got one girl that could play violin, and I don't know. I was probably like a sophomore maybe when she came to Troy. But I would always get hounded to join the band.
You should have.
No.
You'd learn more. You learn how to read music.
Yeah, I guess.
But also, it's bad because like you guys can like write something yourself and like kind of just know how to play it because that's how you learned it. Where I read music, so really I don't know my instrument to really be able to just play it. Like that's what people want you to do, to be like play. And it's like I need music. I need to remember how to read the music.
Right.
Like it's not like I do remember like 3 songs by heart. Viva La Vida by Coldplay. Ashokan Farewell.
That sucks.
Yeah, it was so bad. Ashokan Farewell, which is the song on Titanic when the ship's sinking in the movie.
That's cool.
And Spring, which is like a composer type song, like do 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 do.
You should learn Good Riddance so we can jam it, dude.
That would be dope. I was gonna, and then I forgot, but I should because I've been playing it a lot lately.
It sounds easy. I mean, I've never played violin, so I really don't know.
My dog ate my resin for that. So.
That's not
what?
good.
Like for the bow, not all of it, just like a big chunk of it though. For your bow, like you need resin to make it so it's like sticky, so it plays on the strings instead of just going squeaky.
It's weird playing a violin. I've tried.
I mean, I definitely picked it up and made noise, but like
not the right noise.
No, it definitely wasn't.
The biggest problem I had was you had to keep your hand open so you can like shift and stuff. And I would always have my palm right up to that motherfucker.
That shit's weird right there.
They put like a toilet paper roll in my hand to learn how to play that way, and I still
interesting.
don't. I still don't do it right.
Yeah, I feel like that wouldn't work because because now you're putting the support on the toilet paper roll. Right. So once it's gone, you don't have the support. Right. It just feels different again.
I still don't. I just learn how to play the way I'm used to. Right. Like I'll move my hand when I need to, but I've gone back into it more. So like I'm kind of like getting it back, and it makes me happy because I was like. I can't play anymore because I can still read music, which is dope. But I kind of just want to learn a song by listening, so then I really know how to play it. You know what I mean? That would make me happy. Maybe I'll try that with Good Riddance, and then be dope.
Yeah, dude, I'm down. I mean, I already know the song.
Yeah, piano I could learn to play.
I've always wanted to learn piano. I thought that'd be really cool.
Like I already know a few songs. I just know how to read music, so then that's how I know how to play. But.
Do you actually play a piano or do you play on a keyboard?
Keyboard.
Yeah.
I
just helped somebody move.
So I can go up and use it.
I don't fucking somebody move to
that guy hasn't bothered us in a bit, so I don't
think. I
think.
knew you guys didn't want it.
Yeah. Whatever. I mean, we don't have anywhere to put it. Missy will never play
If you guys have no room, I definitely have no room, dude. I mean, getting it up to my level.
We have room. It's just that I don't want to put it in the room that we have. You know what I mean?
You can be 100% assured that it needs to be tuned too.
Yeah,
and
that
you
too.
have to hire somebody to do that.
Oh, that's
like
true.
a real
So it's
professional
like a
has to do that.
Yeah. Dude, imagine getting it up to my porch.
But like at first we
Holy
were like, oh, we'll take it and then we'll sell it and just be like, yeah, it needs to be tuned. But
Dude,
other
it's
than
not
that-
easy selling a fucking piano.
I know
People
because
don't
it's
want
fucking
them anymore.
huge.
My grandpa had a
He goes,
huge-
he comes over. He's like, and just when you make your decision, and if it's yes, he's like, you're gonna need about 6 guys to get it over here. I was like, Jesus, no
They're
thanks.
huge.
I
They're
They're
heavy.
metal,
They're
like-
they're made out of like solid brass.
Yeah.
They're fucking. I just helped a guy move a couple baby grand pianos. It's fucking.
My grandpa
It's
had
not
one. It was
fun.
so dope.
Baby
that
grands are
motherfucker.
actually a lot easier to move than just a regular upright piano. Like upright pianos are a fucking bitch. 'Cause you pretty much just have to carry them.
yeah.
Like baby grands, like you can take like the lid off of it and fucking the music stand, and you could pull the fucking legs off of it and like kind of lay it on its side on a cart. And you can move it really easily. But uprights are just there's not really pulling any of it apart. It's just all together.
Yeah.
That would be a bitch to get through a doorway, then.
Oh, it's not
Fuck
easy.
that guy. I'm gonna tell him
He's
the
just
leave the piano in the house, and when you sell the house,
Yeah.
say
so
it
right.
comes with a piano that needs tuned.
Are they?
I'm sure that dude just wants to get rid of it, but doesn't want to do it himself. You know,
Well,
like
he
he's
said-
just looking for somebody
He
who's
said,
gonna fucking
so
get it.
what
the
his
fuck
thing
out.
was he don't want to take it, but he said that when they got it 20 years ago, it was a $5,000 piano. So he's like, it's really hard for me to just send it to the junk man.
Oh, that's-
He
Rip
said
it apart.
he
and
told
scrap it.
me, he's like, if you don't take it, it's just going to the junkyard.
Aw.
So I was like, okay.
I was kind of sad. when
Like,
my
sorry
son was
about your
like,
feelings, but I can't fucking,
You're
I don't want to do
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, people don't fucking play pianos that much anymore.
And
you
if
know?
they do, it's a keyboard.
yeah,
Facts.
even touring bands don't use pianos. Those are too complicated to fucking move around.
I will
use
say,
a shell and
when I
put
went
a
and
keyboard
saw-
in a shell.
When I went and saw Avenged Sevenfold, he used the real Shadows used the real piano, but I bet it was already like on stage
Yeah.
backstage, and it was like a house
How
piano.
do you
or
know it was a
something.
real piano though?
True.
Like,
I mean,
they
he was-
literally
he was playing it. Like
They-
when
they-
he hit the note, like I don't know.
they literally will take the insides out of the shell of a piano
Put a
and just
keyboard.
have the shell, which weighs like next to nothing. 'Cause
Unless-
it's just pieces of
Unless
wood.
their sound guy was like super on cue with his.
You just gotta
'Cause,
use
like,
it.
he-
Listen to what I'm saying. You take the fucking all the insides of it out, take the fucking keyboard off, and then they modify it so you can put a synthesizer in it. So they have the shell of a piano and a synthesizer sitting where the
Oh,
keyboards would
okay.
be. So it looks like it's a
Got it
piano,
now.
but they're
Yeah.
just playing a
I
synthesizer.
feel you.
You
Okay.
got it.
I mean, it's
I understood that. from
it's
you.
possible. It's possible. I can
It's just
see
that
it, I
it's
guess.
just so fucking hard to move a piano. It takes so much to fucking transport it. You gotta hire like 6 people just to move it. So instead of doing that, you get 2 people to move a shell and slap a keyboard into it every time.
I would love to learn to play drums. Like that would be the next instrument.
You can come up and play anytime at my house, dude.
Yeah. But
Come up
would I
and
be
practice
good at
on
it?
my kid, dude.
Would I be good at it?
I
You
mean,
gotta
if you
work with the
practiced-
fucking getting like your hand-eye-foot coordination.
I'm really good at a rock band.
I mean, that's a start,
Dude, it really
honestly,
is because you do.
because you
to,
have
like,
tempo and,
and I did on
you
expert.
have a kick and
Yeah. Andre needs to bring it.
you have to work both your hands.
When
so.
Andre brings out, I'll let you know. We'll fucking
All right,
rock
dude, we'll
band.
play. I'm ready. I want to play rock
I
band.
want you to sing.
I haven't played
though.
rock band since high school.
I want
Yeah,
you
it's
to
been a
sing.
long time.
Maybe not high
I
school.
played
A
it
little
last
after
year.
high school.
When he lived there last year, we played a lot.
Word. I would like to play.
I'll let you know. Dude, we'll have a little fucking band.
I played the fuck out of that game when we first got the first rock band. Played it so much, dude. Drumming, guitar,
dude,
bass.
I think
singing.
I was like
I played it so much.
burnt out on those kind of games when Rock Band came out.
Nah, dude.
I had like already played fucking Guitar Hero. So
Well,
much
Rock
and shit.
Band was the first one to introduce the drums and singing and stuff.
Yeah.
That's what
Guitar
I was. I played the drums a lot on it. That was fun.
I always end up having to sing because I'm never assertive, like shockingly, but like I'm never like I'm gonna play the guitar. So I'm always just stuck singing, and I'm like,
And
'cause
you suck and you make the
way
band
you
fail.
No, actually, but when you like sing to a song, you don't like you think you're hitting it, but you're really not. And then when you play Rock Band and you have to hit notes, you're like, holy fuck.
I suck.
And they you
like,
don't
you're
even
not-
have to if you're good enough, you don't even have to say the words. You can just match the
Comment.
tone.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I do that with Snuff. They have on Andre downloaded Snuff by
I
Snuff.
used
I'm
to-
yeah.
Yeah, dude, just hit
Yeah.
them notes. You'd be alright. No, that was fun. I had fun with that game.
I love the game.
I mean, I remember David Conklin had a birthday party, and he had the first Guitar Hero.
Yeah, I remember
We
that.
played that out there at his place. It was,
Yeah, because
He
he lived
like-
right next to my grandparents at that time. So
Yeah.
I spent a lot of time down there hanging out with him. He had a fucking hot tub.
yeah, dude, that was awesome. We got in
the
that a couple.
Hofstetters, I believe.
Yeah, we got in that a couple winter nights. That shit was awesome, but the water immediately freezes when you get out, so that part really sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it was outside. You had
Yeah.
to run inside.
Yep.
My one friend Amanda had that, and it'd be fun, like in the cold, and you're like, let's get in, and then once you get out, you're like, fuck, I regret ever wanting this. Yeah,
You can't put on clothes fast enough.
yeah. Dude, Rock Band, we're gonna play. We need to do Smash Bros.
What? Oh, like a tournament?
Yeah,
I suck at Smash Bros.
so don't
I'm
I, but
so
it's
bad at it.
fun. Or we can do it with Mario Party, just like we all play. I have 3 controllers. I don't know if you can play with that Pikachu one. I don't think so.
Oh, I didn't try.
I don't think you can.
I didn't really put it on the TV. I put it on the TV one time. Missy played Mario, did some mini games with
Did
me.
she like it?
I mean, she laughed and had a good time, but
Obviously, she didn't like it good enough for her to
Yeah.
not want to get
She did-
rid of
she
it.
didn't
Because
keep
I was gonna let
playing.
you keep it till Christmas, so then I could do that exercise thing. But you gave it back to me the other night. I'm like, okay.
I mean, I don't like when people let me borrow things. I don't like to keep it for months
Oh,
and
I'll
months.
definitely be like, give me back my thing. Like, I'm not afraid to do that.
You open that door for
And
her.
that,
she'll
and
get
that's
out.
that's fine, but I feel like it's kind of like a overstaying your welcome kind of thing.
Yeah. No, dude. I'll
Like
definitely
I'm not gonna
give me back.
keep your console for 3 months.
It literally was dusty because I haven't touched it in months. Like, I saw it there and I'm like, that's kind of sad.
I understand it though. You don't like all those old school games.
I was interested in SpongeBob, and then I couldn't pass that one level, and I'm like, fuck it, I don't care.
I spent a lot of
I-
time on Donkey Kong Country 2, Kirby's Adventure, and Punch Out. Remember Punch Out, dude?
Yeah, I think we talked about it on the last episode.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you had it, yeah, so, yeah, a
Yeah.
while.
I did. I mean, I had it for like 2.5 weeks.
It wasn't
2
messy.
weeks maybe.
Yeah.
I
Because you
just-
came over on the weekend.
I don't like old games.
Cody, do you want to borrow my Switch, and then you can see if you like it?
No, I don't like old games.
I
I'm
mean,
just not a
you
fan.
can play the new ones that are on the
new
Switch.
games. I
You-
have mostly new games on it.
like,
Stardew Valley, you could start your own little farm.
oh, that sounds like
Boring.
so much fun. Taking care of a farm,
Yeah,
selling your crop.
I've worked on a farm
so
before.
much fun.
Don't want to fucking
I
simulate
want
the
to play a
experience.
video game about keeping a farm together.
No one can see me, but I'm rolling my eyes hard. Stop. They're good games.
They're not good games.
I played that for hours. It's just a
Like,
good escape.
Hey
Why
man,
you don't have like
how do you like that farming simulator? Oh, dude, it's great. What can you do? We can plant seeds and grow a crop
It's
and
more
sell
than that.
it
It's
Drive a
too much.
tractor really slowly.
No,
through a field and
no, you don't even
harvest.
drive a tractor.
Sounds like a really fun video game.
Okay, I mainly played SpongeBob and Mario Maker.
I mean,
2.
the Mario Maker 2 was.
So,
I played
shut the
that. I
fuck
played
up.
that one. But I haven't played the Smash yet.
Yeah, I
That
wanna
looks
play.
like fun. There's a lot of characters on that one.
So many characters. We'll play.
But again, Cody wasn't in Nintendo, so he doesn't care.
I
Yeah.
know, but it's still fun. I
Barely
wasn't
know
into
any
Nintendo.
of those fucking characters.
Me either. I know the main ones: Mario, the pink thing,
Do you remember
Kirby,
Kirby?
Yeah.
Kirby.
Donkey Kong's in that.
Donkey
then-
Kong made great games.
They have other characters.
Yeah, I can give a rat's ass about Donkey Kong.
Same.
dude.
Like you're so happy about
The
it. I'm
Donkey,
like,
dude,
wow.
Donkey
I
Kong.
love those games, man.
Oh.
I really like those games.
Crash Bandicoot.
Crash
is my
Bandicoot,
I
played
like
that.
Crash
I like that.
Bandicoot.
love Crash Bandicoot.
It's just like
The
Spyro.
fourth one.
I didn't play it a whole. I didn't play like Crash and Spyro a whole lot because I was a Nintendo. Like there was the PlayStation, but Chad and I were like the Nintendo 64.
I played PS1. The Crash on PS1.
PS1.
But and like the only
Twisted
time,
Metal.
the only
Vigilante.
time,
98.
the only time we got to
Twisted
play
Metal is
was
such a good
the
game.
only time we played PS1 was when we went to like couple of our cousins had a PS1, and we played Twisted Metal, and that's where I played Tony Hawk's Pro Skater.
Dude, back then, if you could put the game discs in your CD player and play music from the game.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember
That's how I
that.
know fucking Rob Zombie from Sled Storm. Fucking Dragula, dude.
Freaking wasn't there was a few Rob Zombie songs on Twisted Metal.
Dragula was on Twisted Metal too, I think.
It was. That's how I'm pretty sure that's how I found him.
Twisted Metal 2, that was the best one.
Yeah, probably.
I had 4 main games that I played, which was Sims 2 Pets on my PS.
PlayStation.
Yeah.
Just the original
2.
one, right?
No, 2. Sims 2 Pets, Hitman, Vice City, and Guitar Hero 3.
Have you played any of the new Hitman? They're
No.
about to come out with a third one.
Actually, I did kind of play it because Kaylin loves them, so they were all downloaded on my Xbox. So
Yeah, I have both
play
of the
'em.
newer ones. I like all the Hitman games. I think they're all fucking fun.
yeah,
And now they're coming out with a third
it's a good like
remaster.
game. Like the idea to play that is fun. Like I do like it.
It's just, and now they just, instead of having it is like even less linear, they just drop you into like a fucking city, and they're
Yeah.
like, your target is somewhere in this city. Go find them.
Yep.
And just spend the time like walking around looking for people and seeing what kind of fucking shit you can play with to kill people with.
Well, I know I just thought of a game that was so hyped up that died so fast. That Mafia 3 or 4.
I have never liked any of the Mafia games. I thought they've all
But
been
the
pretty
story
subpar.
seemed good, and I have it. I have that game.
Yeah.
It's just, I just know they hyped that up so hard, and then you never heard anything about it after that.
Well, they always do, but then the games end up just being like shittier versions of Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that's true.
That was just another like Grand Theft Auto fucking ripoff.
Yeah.
But they just tried to put it in a
Driving.
different time.
Yeah. Do you know what we're talking about, Brad?
No, I was paying attention to something
Yeah.
else.
The Mafia games, they were terrible.
Oh, I never played those anyway.
This one's
Yeah,
like
they
in
weren't good.
Louisiana. Like it was based off of New Orleans. So it was cool.
Yeah, and you're like a black guy in like the 50s.
Yep.
So everybody hates you.
Yes. And it was pretty good. Like you go into the boondocks and like
That's weird.
fight some alligators.
Interesting.
Yeah. It was a good game. Kind of.
Yeah.
I didn't get far in it because it's boring. I can't do. Because then I play Modern Warfare with you guys, and it's just like.
Well, yeah,
Let's play
it's
this.
like nonstop action in Modern Warfare.
Yeah.
Like, there's
Yeah.
no,
Love it.
there's not really any slow points in
So
that
when you
game.
play Plunder,
Yeah, that's why I don't like Plunder.
I love Plunder. I like looting. Like looting's my favorite
like,
thing.
I prefer looting than I almost prefer it when you don't run into anybody in Plunder, because I hate running into people, because if you kill them, they just fucking fall,
That's true. They
float
should-
Yeah.
back
should
in. It
always
drives
find
me
different.
nuts.
That's where I'm torn. Like, I like Battle Royale, but I don't like
Zombies
when
was
you
dope.
die, you're done. If they would just bring back zombies, that'd be
That's
perfect.
perfect. 'Cause
Give
it's-
me
Yeah.
fuck the gulag. That's the thing.
Yeah,
I
fuck
would
the
rather
gulag.
come back as a zombie and try to come back than fight in that fucking gulag.
Yeah, I'm over the gulag too, but I just hate that your fucking enemies float in on Plunder. You kill
Yeah.
them, and then 10 seconds later they're fucking coming back.
Yeah.
It drives me nuts. I'm like, I just want to fucking, I want to make money, and I'm not making money because I'm fighting somebody who hasn't made any money.
I feel you.
You know?
I used to win the gulag every time, and now I never do, and it pisses me off so much. I used to get cocky. I used to be like, "Don't worry, guys, I'll be back." And now I'm like, probably gonna die.
I did good at it. I did good at it for a little bit, but
they changed the guns to like shitty fucking guns that
I
I'm
mean-
not used to using.
They're
Or you-
constantly changing them now.
Yeah, I hate
They're
it.
like
Dude.
always
For a
different.
while they were normal, so then I got used
I
to
hate
them.
when they do the sniper rifles. I can't do sniper rifles.
Or just your fist. I never like react.
See,
to
I'm
it.
good when it's
No.
just my fist. I can't do sniper rifles
Pisses me off.
and marksmans.
Whenever
I can't do it.
it's just the fists, I usually end up getting somebody with the fucking throwing knife.
I never think
Yeah.
to use that stuff, or even
Neither
explosives.
do I. I recently started trying to use flashes,
I'll do C4.
but I get too like pressured, and I'll throw the flash at a wall, and it'll just bounce back at me,
I've done
and
that
I'll
so
flash
many times.
myself.
I'm gonna talk about it on the podcast. So the other night, Chad, Cody, and I were playing. You know what I'm gonna say?
No, I
It's
don't
when you
remember.
died twice.
I
because of
don't
yourself.
remember. Like, explain.
Okay, so
I really don't
you-
remember.
the first one was a flash, and you threw it and hit yourself, and like I
Yeah, I
didn't
threw
laugh.
it. I like threw it like through a door, and it just bounced back. It like just hit like a fucking table or something.
Right.
It bounced back
I
at
had
me.
hysterically laughed, but I didn't because I'm like I do this all the time. And then like a few minutes later, you downed yourself by doing something, and like I lost it because I'm like, dude, I courtesy didn't laugh the first fucking time, and you like sounded very like disappointed in yourself. I'm like, are you down? And you're like, yeah.
I don't remember what I did though.
I don't. You downed yourself, so it wasn't a flash, but you threw something and you were down. And I'm like, did you just down yourself? You're like,
yeah, I got myself with a grenade.
Chad watched it
I
happen.
threw a grenade in a place that I couldn't get out without running past the grenade, and it blew up while I was trying to run past it.
Oh my
It
god,
was
it so funny.
yeah.
You just
Were you even
And
throwing it at anybody?
I was trying to. What happened? I was trying to use, the fucking special thing. We have to push both
Yeah.
of the things at once.
Yeah.
I was trying to use that, but I accidentally hit the fucking grenade button first, like a little bit before I hit the other one. So it just threw the grenade and then threw the flash. And I tried running away from the grenade and it just blew me up.
Dude, it was just funny because you sounded so disappointed in yourself. And it was just so funny.
And I feel like the time I flashed, I don't think there was any enemies there.
There wasn't.
I think it was the exact same thing where I was trying to push those
But
two
I
buttons
didn't
at
laugh
once.
that time.
And
I was like,
I feel
Yeah.
that pain though because the controller I had, my black controller,
yeah.
it was starting to, like the left bumper, you had to press down really hard to get
Yeah.
something to happen. So every time I tried to do it, it would just be the grenade one.
But
see, that
Jill-
wasn't the problem. I think I was just high. Like, I just wasn't hitting them at the same time.
I almost cried.
Yeah, that's
Another
literally what it
Cody
was. It
moment.
was like, fuck. Fuck.
There was one time Cody did something that made me cry, almost cry, where I
It was probably the parachute one
Yes.
because he just gave me shit about it, and then when he went to
Oh, I thought it was Chad. Wasn't it Chad?
No.
Brad didn't even do it. You were just like, you better do your parachute or whatever.
I was like, don't forget your parachute.
And I landed. Then when you came back, you forgot. Oh, that was a good one too.
I tried
My
to do it too close.
Yeah,
I
I try to
just
get-
try to get too close
I
to the
always-
ground before I push it.
I always try to get really close, and there's always like this tiny, tiny, tiny delay when I press the A button, and it's too long, and I just crash to the ground.
Especially when you're lagging. Like if you're
Yeah.
if you're lagging and you're almost to the ground, you hit A and nothing happens,
Dude,
and you just hit the fucking ground.
There's been times I've jumped out of the helicopter or the airplane, and as soon as I'll try to press A immediately, and like the minute I press A, it lags, and I'm on the ground down.
Yeah, that's
Dude,
happened to
remember
me.
when I was under
And sometimes
the
I'll
map?
forget that I had already, like, the second I jumped out of the airplane, I pulled the fucking parachute, but then I let it go, and I'll forget that, and I just
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
it's gonna
Yep.
open automatically, and I
Yep.
just dive right into the ground.
Been there too.
It glitched to where when I came out, I think I did it too early. That's fine. And then it put me under the map. Like, I could see everything floating above. It was kind of scary. Like, that kind of thing scares me. And it was just, like,
There's been a glitch where I've like went under the map.
that's
I
what
still have the video.
Yeah.
I think I sent it to you guys.
That's what mine
Like I jumped out of the airplane, and like while you guys were floating away, I pressed B to get off of my parachute, and then like when I tried to press A again when I got close to the ground, I just kept falling and falling, but I was able to look around. So I just kept looking up at the map, and it was just getting smaller and smaller until it was just like little black
He
figures.
just, like, falling into nothing.
Yeah, dude, it just
Scary.
kept going until I shut the game off. Like
Isn't that scary?
it was weird.
That kind of. I don't know what kind of phobia that is,
Like
but that shit
there's
scares
gotta
me,
be
where, like,
there's gotta be an end to the game, but I just kept going and going into this weird abyss.
I don't know what phobia that is, but that's like on Sims. When you build houses, you make like a basement, but when you like start it, it's all black, and it like scares me. Like that gives me like a weird feeling. I don't know what kind of, but when the game glitches like that, it
That's what
freaks me out.
happens when you die. Just all black.
I don't know if that's why.
You don't even know it.
It's just weird to me.
It's because you're dead.
I'm not scared to die though. It's just that.
Can you
feeling.
build a house and like get a basement, but just leave it all black?
Probably.
Can you be a serial killer and bury people in your basement?
Fucking wish.
See, now
That'd
that
be
would
the
be a cool
dopest.
Sims game if you could just
That
like.
would be. Let's create it, dude.
I mean,
You can build, like, your own H.H. Holmes fucking,
That's-
like, murder tower thingy.
That's essentially like Grand Theft Auto. It's just Grand Theft Auto. All
That-
the buildings are already there.
Speaking of that Adobe shit, I'm getting used to it. I've been playing with it a
The
lot.
animation stuff.
Yeah, and I've been watching tutorials on how to layer and stuff.
That's fucking cool.
And it has auto lip syncing.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
it didn't have that
even
when I was in
better.
school, but that's a new thing, and I'm like, okay.
So what's that?
So like you make mouth shapes first, and you save them in this thing, and then what you do is like, it's hard to explain if you're not familiar with it, but like you create the mouth shapes, like you need to know that, but then you put it in like this order, and then it does it for you instead of having to do it on the face. Like
Right.
it's like easier.
That's cool.
Yeah, so I'm excited for that.
That's fucking cool.
So I was
Interesting.
nervous about that because I'm
Yeah.
like, that's
How long's the free trial?
7 days, but then it's $20 a month.
Oh, I fucking hate that it's $20 a month.
Only get 7 days to fuck
I'll
with
still
it? That's
use
fuck.
it though, because I'll use it for a bunch of other stuff because I love that shit. I'll just make random projects, like not even like I love it. I should go to school for that. Like I love it.
Kate she was going to school for a tiny bit for I don't think it was something like I think it was something like that.
Yeah,
I think it'd be cool for like a digital art.
I would love it.
That'd be fun. I took digital art in school.
The ones I sent you were kind of like South Parky, like when Kaylin saw these, like, so they're Canadian, like because of the eyes.
So
I'm like, no, it's just I was trying to figure out everything.
there was a project we had in digital art. Jerry Martin was in my class. And what we were supposed to do was we had to find a sign and like put new stuff on the sign, like Photoshop new stuff onto
Right.
the sign or make a new sign and then pose next to it. Him and I went to the drug-free side and we photoshopped it to where it was just all white and it said free drugs.
I think I remember him telling me about that.
Oh
Or
man.
showing it to me.
She let it go. Miss Radcliffe, it was her. She thought it was
Oh.
funny.
That's funny.
She thought it was funny.
She hated me. She probably would have gotten me in trouble for something like that.
Oh man.
In computer, we were learning how to use Excel, which we were making like not Excel, I lie. Whatever it is where you make like business cards and stuff, whatever that is. Microsoft
Office, maybe?
Yeah, okay. So
I don't know.
we were learning how to make cards or whatever. I was young as fuck, and I put like Kristin Shaggin' Wagon and like gave prices and stuff. And I got detention for that. And it was funny because Russell was next to me, and he did some about the Holocaust. I don't remember. He didn't get in trouble, but I got in trouble for saying Kristin Shaggin' Wagon. And I like said after like it was really late timing and really high prices, and it had like a little ban on it.
I mean, if you're gonna give kids
I was
the
young.
knowledge to do this stuff, you gotta expect that this is the kind of shit you're gonna deal
She
with.
just like was standing behind me and I didn't know, and Russell's just like, look behind you, and I'm like, oh.
I took a creative writing class, and we were supposed to write a poem or a song or something. So I wrote a song about Satan.
Good job.
Who was the teacher?
Mondoc. She didn't accept my paper.
I was gonna say she seemed like the religious type who probably wouldn't like that.
She did not accept my paper.
Did you get in trouble though?
Nope.
You couldn't.
She just gave me an F for that paper.
She shouldn't be able to do that either.
She marked it as I didn't do it. And if I was
I never
If I
understood creative writing.
if I
because,
cared, I would have fought it, but
Yeah.
I didn't really care at that point.
Yeah.
And I still kind of
If
don't.
it wasn't you
I mean,
now,
if
oh
it
my
was
God,
me
you
now,
fucking
I'd be
did
like,
it.
"Yo, I did the work, bitch."
yeah.
Like, who
Yeah.
cares if
Spent
it
all this
doesn't?
time writing
Who
this
cares if
fucking
it doesn't
thing?
match
Not what
your
you believe,
religious
yeah.
like things or views?
If
Fuck you.
If you were now, like if that was you now, you would totally fight that shit. You'd be such a douche.
I wouldn't be a douche. I'd just be like, "Excuse me, he did the work."
I feel like she was like a terrible creative writing teacher because she
I
wouldn't
mean-
really give you that much freedom. Like she
No.
had so much like your paper has to be like this, and it's like it's supposed to be creative writing. Can't
spent-
you let me like do
Oh, I
my own
see.
thing?
Yeah, we spent more time on like poems rhyming in order, like A B B or
Like
A B.
haikus and shit.
AB.
575 shit.
Yeah, we spent more time learning about that than actually writing something
Haikus are my
creatively.
favorite.
Yeah, I think like a creative writing class. I mean, I guess you got to learn all that shit, but there should be more freedom with your writing. You know?
I took public
And
speaking.
that's another reason why she shouldn't have not taken my paper.
Facts.
Well, yeah, she shouldn't have taken your paper because
would
she
fight that.
she told you to fucking write a paper and you wrote it about I assume about whatever you wanted and you wrote it about what you wanted, so she should have just fucking taken it. You did
Yeah.
the work.
That's what I'm saying.
Maybe like give you like a
Fucking
B
bitch.
or something,
Fucking
but not
bitch.
fail you. That's crazy. I took public speaking though, and I did great. My teacher was always like, "You have such an animated face," but I did like we had to do like a demonstrating one where like we had to demonstrate something while we're speaking. So I made no bake cookies. They were so good. I've never made them that good again. Like it makes me so sad. Like I have the recipe, but I've never made them that good like I did that day.
I failed a couple classes because I wouldn't do a fucking speech.
Really? Oh, I'm so good at it.
I
Like,
hated
I had
it.
a
In fact,
podium.
a big part of the reason why I dropped out of college was because they wanted me to do a public speaking class. I had to graduate from Mansfield, you had to do a public speaking class,
You didn't
and I was
want
like, no, fuck no.
Yeah,
I
you
was like, I
wouldn't.
do not want to do that. It's
I
not what I want to
would.
do at all.
I feel like
I wanted to be a fucking. This is what I wanted to do. I wanted to be a fucking audio engineer. Is what I went to college for, and it was like I don't want to stand in front of fucking class and do a fucking book report. Like that's not
Interactive
why I'm
media.
going to college.
I took interactive media for 3 years, which is how I learned how to use Adobe, and I did like 4 projects using that. So that's why I'm sort of confident. They did change a lot. Also, I did a stop motion type thing, like a camera to like a lyric video. I remember when lyric videos were a thing. So you take a picture, change, take a picture. It took me a week.
Yeah, I did
I was just
stop.
sleeping with sirens on.
I did stop
Wow.
motion with clay. I did a
Yeah.
couple of claymation videos with
No
a kid.
shit.
Yeah, there was when they still had when we still actually had film class before Mr. Beck turned into a faggot.
Right.
I loved it. And we did the morning announcements, and we had a green screen, so we could like literally do whatever. It was so dope. We had so much fun. That was fun.
I wish we
I
had a
learned a
better
lot.
film fucking class in school. I really do.
We made
I would,
we
that's what
tried
I really
making
would
a
have wanted
video.
to do.
They did make a short video. It was so funny. But
I mean, I made those claymation videos, and I also we made a music video with it was me and Jerry and a couple other kids, Jerry Martin,
Yeah.
and I want to say we put the music we used was "Shock and Terror" by CKY, and the whole video was just Jerry being chased by a mannequin head, because that's just what was lying around. There just happened to be a mannequin head in the room. So we just made this whole thing of like Jerry running around the school halls being chased by this mannequin head. Like every time he turned around a corner, the mannequin head would be there.
the Canton High School has a lot of like cubby holes and like secret tunnels like under the stage. You can like go through this tunnel and shit. So we made a video kind of using all of them that we were aware of. And there's this like attic room that has like, if you're in band, you can like secretly go up there, and they have like graffiti kind of, but with Sharpie markers all over the wall and stuff. So they focused on that, and it was just a weird video. But that was fun because we found all these fucking sketchy places in the school, and we were allowed to because it was for our project.
The only video I remember doing was the scooting video.
Yeah, that didn't have anything to do with school though.
Yeah.
What?
They Mr. Beck let me use the equipment.
We took, so our old punk band provided music for this video, and it was just shots of us riding scooters and going off ramps,
Oh, you
and
did
then
tell
it'd
me
do
about it.
shots of the
Someone did.
band, then shots of us scooting, shots of the band.
Dope.
It was
Shots-
pretty terrible.
It was what you would expect from a bunch of 16 and 17-year-old kids
Yeah, it
with
was really bad.
new
I wanna see
technology.
it.
I think the fucking
Even, I mean, the band was absolutely, we sounded like fucking shit.
I wanna
especially
hear
It
just,
was
it was
so
all
bad.
the audio was just from the camera.
I want to see it.
Yeah,
Hear this.
and we were playing in the basement, so the sound was bouncing everywhere.
Yeah,
And
it didn't
like I
didn't
said-
sound good. I made a CD out of it too, so they could have an actual CD, but it was fucking
we were
awful.
just
was
starting out
terrible.
as music. Oh, it was so bad, dude. I remember, I can't remember where I saw it. I think the last time I saw it, I was with Jessica Zephyris, and
Well, I wanna see
we
it.
watched it one night, and I'm like, turn it off right now.
I
This
feel
is
that way
Yeah.
watching
this is
some
god
stuff in
awful.
school.
But that's the thing, the shit that I made, like that video of Jerry being chased by the mannequin head and the stop motion stuff was good. Like
Yeah.
when I had the actual like equipment, it was just, I don't know, it was just not a good idea to film a band and use the audio from the film. That's just
Yeah.
that's just a shitty idea. That's just not
Yeah,
what you
it
do.
was the sound was terrible.
And
We were so
filming
bad.
us scooting, none of us know how to fucking ride a scooter.
Yeah.
We're not. It was literally just us skating around.
Yeah,
But we built
was
like a
some
ramp and
fails.
It'd be
shit.
cooler if it were skateboards, not fucking scooters.
Scooters are pretty cool, dude.
We
Did you like?
we went
lift it up
against
and
the
kick
grain.
it?
All right, we were scooter guys, not skateboard guys, because we
Yeah.
were cool.
Yeah.
Oh, word.
We were
Yeah.
part of a
You had
different
Heelys
crowd.
and shit.
No, I
you
never
fucking
had
like
Heelys.
do a trick on the scooter and then jump off and like Heely away.
No,
like a little
I
bitch.
I never had Heelys.
I don't think Heelys come in my fucking foot size.
Honestly, I had Heelys.
Oh, so you're the fuckhead.
But I never wore the wheel in it. I just like the style of them at the time.
Fuck
But I
head.
never wore the. I never learned how to use them.
I made a video for one of my English classes too. Like one of the options was to make a video that it was weird because they put in the thing like make a video that consisted of like interviews about a certain subject, and I don't know if she chose a subject or because John Luke was my fucking video partner.
Oh boy.
Oh yeah, but I mean he did all right. But we were doing it on banned books, like book burning and like whether or not books should be banned.
Yeah.
And everybody else, because I fucking didn't come into class the day come in. I was the one who took care of all of the fucking editing and shit. John kind of just conducted the interviews. But I didn't finish it in time. So I called in, don't really call in sick, but I didn't show up to school and said I was sick because I didn't finish it. And after I went in, I missed everybody else's video and I just came in and showed ours. And I'm thinking, like, I rushed through it. It's not that great. And then Mrs. Ostrom told me how fucking great of a fucking video it was because apparently everybody else just went on the internet and just made like a slideshow basically. And me and John Luke actually got the fucking camera and we went and found people and did real interviews. And we put real interviews of us asking questions and people answering them in the video and shit. That was one thing that John helped me with because he fucking he went to church. His parents made him go to church, and there was a lady that he knew from his church that believed that the Harry Potter book should be banned. And I was like, I want to interview her. I want to fucking ask her questions about this shit.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yo, interviewing people would be so.
I was like, I think we're gonna fail because it took me so. Yeah, oh yeah. But it took us so long. It took me so long to do it, and I was like, man, I didn't show up the day that it was fucking due, and I was like, I'm gonna fail this. But she wouldn't give me a failing grade because she saw how much effort I put into it.
Yeah. Do you remember the lady's story on why they should be banned? Those books.
Religious reasons.
Probably.
Yeah, just because she doesn't think kids can handle a book, reading a book about magic, and she thinks that they'll start believing that magic is real and things like that.
Oh wow, how weird does that sound coming from a Christian?
Yeah, and how like magic is like a witchcraft thing and like a anti-Christian and the work of the devil and shit like that.
What was that Compass movie with the polar bear?
The Golden Compass.
That got so much controversy. The same.
Yeah,
with
I read
Lion,
those
the Witch,
books.
and the Wardrobe.
If The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe is a religious book.
Right, but that got taken out. We're in the middle of reading it. Like, I was actually reading for once, and then they banned it in school, and I'm like...
Really?
No, I'm not. Yeah, they took it out, because so many parents were pissed, so they had to take it out of the library.
That never happened with us, because I
Just
read
because
those books through the library at the middle school.
Just because it was religious?
Yep, like, there's so much controversy. The parents were
like,
pissed.
I hate religion, but I don't care if... Like, they can put their books in our libraries because there is people out there that do like that religion and want to learn.
And it's not in The
Why
Lion, the
take it
Witch, and the
away?
Wardrobe is like a religious allegory. It's not like the Bible.
Right.
You know,
right.
it's just it's
Good
a
movie.
story.
It's a
At the end of the day, it's just a story. It just
Yeah.
has a lot of similarities to.
They
It just has a
actually
lot of
banned it.
allegories to
Yeah,
things in the
they
Bible.
took it out of the library.
That's fucking stupid.
Because-
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
My teacher at the time was like, I can't accept the book report if you're done.
That's
was like, oh,
that's
cool, I'm not.
stupid. That's
Well,
stupid.
I wanted to read I wanted my book report to be on Max Tucker's I Hope They Serve Beer in Hell. They wouldn't. I don't remember what teacher it was, but they wouldn't let me do it. So I turned it to Hell's Angels by Hunter S. Thompson.
Yeah. Well, instead of reading about whatever they're sad about, I read about drugs and stuff called Crank, the Ellen Hopkins books that Jerry reads. It was just about drugs and being depressed and wanting to kill yourself, so I read that instead.
Much better
So
than
thank
religion.
you.
Yeah, I don't.
No, I
We
still
talked
find
about
that
those
really.
books last week, actually.
I still find
Crank.
that really fucking weird that
They're good
they actually
books.
took that book out
Oh,
of
they
your
did, yeah.
library. That's
They
it's
didn't
so dumb.
The Golden Compass too, and that was the thing. They took
Like-
that out.
That's weird. That's weird. That's fucked up. Sucks that it sucks that because it's the town you live in.
Yeah.
A bunch of them dumbass
And then
motherfuckers.
no
I
one
did,
really fights it because it's the majority. The majority really think that way, so you
Yeah.
can't even really fight it because.
I did Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas as a book report once, too.
I think the
Never
last
read
That was
time
a
I
good
did
one.
an actual book report I did Stephen King's The Eyes of the Dragon.
Word,
I
yeah.
hate Stephen King. probably
I don't know.
one of my least favorite authors.
I like a couple.
What?
I like a couple
I
of his.
hate him. He's fucking terrible. One of the worst writers I've ever fucking tried to sit
Really?
through. Yeah. Oh, I can't
don't-
stand it.
I
I
don't
love
think-
his movies. He got like I feel like he's got good stories. Like he's
Okay.
got a good
I
creative
don't
mind.
read, so I can't. I just thought you meant like in general, like his creativeness.
No,
like-
his movies like It's
Yeah,
great.
I like
the
his
fucking
movies,
Salem's
but-
Lot.
I don't
and-
read those, so I don't give a
Pet
fuck.
Red
Cemetery.
Red Rose. That's pretty cool.
But I cannot read his shit. I've tried
Yeah.
so many times because he's literally the most famous author, and I love to read, but I cannot get through a fucking Stephen King book.
The
You
Eyes
love
of the
to
Dragon. That was pretty
Yeah,
good.
dude, a fucking book sitting on the
Oh,
table.
that's a
Those are
fact.
my books.
I have books. I just don't read them.
I try. I don't
do
know,
have
dude.
some, I just don't
I
read
tried reading, but it's hard for things to stick into my mind.
them. Yo,
I
Jerry,
forget what I read about the night before or whatever.
Yeah, that happens.
Jerry let me.
That's why I
borrow
liked
Crane.
in school. We
Never-
went over
never
it.
touched it. Never opened it. I was like, oh my god, I love that book. She's like, you can borrow it. And then I just never.
The last
opened
book
it.
I got that I attempted to read was Dr. Gonzo. It's just people telling stories about Hunter S. Thompson. It's just a big book of people
Dude,
telling stories.
you
Johnny
might-
Depp does the introduction.
You might as well read a Hunter S. Thompson book because there's no way are any of them as good as storytellers as Hunter S. Thompson
Yeah.
is. You know what I mean? Like he's one of my favorite fucking authors, hands down. Like he's one of those guys. When I pick up his book, I have trouble putting it down. He just makes me want to
What
keep
about
fucking
the Harry
reading.
Potter writer?
The Harry Potter books were books when I was young. I couldn't
Dude,
put down.
Missy and I have
always
been
wanted to
together
keep reading
7
them.
years. She's read all those books like 4 times since we've been together.
I hope she likes the gift I got her because of Harry Potter.
I'm sure she'll love it.
Yeah.
But him and Chuck Palahniuk, the guy who wrote Fight Club, I love his
Oh,
fucking
okay.
writing too. I think he's a
read.
great writer.
I never read. In school, I cheat. We
I-
had to do AR, Accelerated Reader, and take tests on all these books to see your level.
Yep, I
I
remember
cheat.
doing that.
I cheat.
I read in
every single
school.
time.
I don't read now. If I read now, I like reading articles I come across. I'll read an article on my phone, but I can't read 170-page book.
Like, make a movie and I'll be in it.
And
Dude,
like
the fucking
remember it.
Game of Thrones books are all like 1,000 pages long.
Yeah, Missy-
And I've
Missy
read all of them.
Missy started reading those books.
She legit just sits there and reads.
I mean, she doesn't
It's
as
not
much
that
anymore.
fucking crazy of a thing.
It's
Yes, it
it's
is,
not.
though.
It's
It's
not.
Like, people have been reading for fucking centuries.
Yeah.
Now we have technology. We can play video games. You can watch what we're reading.
Wow.
I'm not against my vocabulary really sucks. So that's
Clearly.
yeah.
I wonder why.
No, that's definitely
Read a
why.
book.
Yeah,
That's
read a
definitely why.
book.
But I think I'm pretty smart considering. But my vocabulary isn't that great because of it. So I mean, but I took English, so obviously I know like grammar and punctuation, like shit like that. But vocabulary's hard sometimes.
I like reading poems too.
I'm
Those
not
are
really
really-
into poetry.
Like not
Roses
like the
are red,
long like
violets are
long
blue.
long poems or like novels or like
Those are two
what's
different things.
Yeah.
who wrote The Raven?
Edgar Allan Poe.
Like
Oh,
that
okay.
is that what do you consider that? That novel?
It's a poetic
Poetic
novel.
novel?
Well, I think The Raven's just a short story, isn't it? Because it's not long.
Oh,
It's
But
not
he
very
does-
long at all.
He does rhyme in it, though. It is kind of written like a poem.
What about Romeo
But
and Juliet?
I like reading those kind of things. I
Wait,
think
Romeo
those are
and
cool.
Juliet's more than a play. It's like,
It's a play.
is it a play?
I
I
mean,
remember reading
yeah,
Romeo
it's a
and
play.
Juliet.
it's a play. He wrote it as a play.
Oh, okay. Well, anyways, we had to act that out. Like for our English teacher, she was nuts.
I
We had to
remember
like act it.
I remember my chorus teacher wanted me to do the play that year so bad. And I gave it one night and they were doing dances and stuff and I'm like, "Yep, I'm out of here."
What a
Nope,
pussy.
not
I'm
for
not-
me.
I don't know, dude. I can't do
But
that.
you
I'm
sing
not an
well.
actor. I'm not an actor.
But you sing well.
I perform good in that part. I can be in a band, but I can't do a fucking play with dance numbers and shit. I can't do that. If I was just standing there acting like saying what up to somebody, I could do that, but I'm not going to do a dance number. I can't dance.
I remember Mr. Beck had us act out A Streetcar Named Desire.
See, I would do something like that, but anything with a
That's not
dance
it-
number and singing, nope, I'm
That's
not going
just
to do
a
it.
play. It's not a musical.
Yeah.
That's what I
So-
like plays. I'm not a huge musical fan, but I like just plays.
I do plays.
I thought of a time where I read like now. So just hold on, guys.
What?
So
What is it?
when I do the schooling stuff, I do the research papers, and I actually have to research because it has nothing to do with what we're learning.
Right, because you do this kid's homework.
Right. I'm not gonna give names because I don't want her to get in trouble. But I legit research. Like,
How do you think that's helping her?
she doesn't. It's just chemistry.
It's just
When have you?
chemistry.
I took chemistry twice, and I still remember.
Look,
everything.
let's just be
No,
fucking
I get
honest.
it.
If
I
she
get
doesn't
it.
want to do it, then
Yeah, I
just let
get
her
it.
fucking
In high
move
school-
on
I
with her
get it.
goddamn life.
She's probably
I was
not
gonna
gonna
drop
do.
out of
She's
high
probably
school.
not gonna do chemistry ever in her life.
Yeah.
Right. So,
Like what?
Mr. Dad over there, fuck off for 5 seconds. And anyways, so I do read to do that, like legit. Like I'm reading articles.
Tell me some chemistry stuff right now.
I learned the periodic table again mostly.
Do you know the 7 diatomic elements?
No,
Then you don't know chemistry.
I don't care. I cheat mostly. No, listen, I cheat. I really do. It's not my. I don't have to obtain this knowledge.
I feel you. She
Yeah.
gets in.
I'm
She gets
just
in
talking
trouble
about-
for plagiarism.
I'm just talking about I change it up.
Man, ain't nobody getting in trouble in high school for plagiarism. I plagiarized so fucking much. I did a whole fucking report on the NRA, and it was just, not the NRA, the IRA, and it was just fucking copy and pasted straight from Wikipedia.
Whoa.
Like chemical bonding and shit. Fuck that. Like I just like won that shit. Like there's a website. that you
Chemistry's
literally
fucking
go to.
hard.
It is. So anyways, but my research paper is about societal needs when the medical field when it comes to cancer. Is what I'm doing right now. So then you have to learn what the last research paper I did is why would scientists choose the route of like instead of focusing on like the whole thing, breaking it up. And then I had to like, but that's like common sense because then you can focus and like not miss anything. Like, so, and then you have to do an APA format. So you have to source everything and you have to have it like 11 to 12 times New Roman, like
That
heading.
sounds like it sucks.
It has to be 2 pages long. So
Are
it's
you
not
done?
hard.
Are you still doing that?
Yeah. I'm almost done though with chemistry. I did astronomy and that was done. That was fun. I love astronomy.
I was gonna say, astronomy is probably more interesting than chemistry. Chemistry
Oh, yeah.
seems like it would be interesting, and
It's
parts of
not.
it probably is, but then when you actually learn it, it's like, God, this is boring.
Yeah, that's legit. I was so excited. I was like, yeah, we're gonna do experiments and we're gonna
No.
I'm doing math to try to figure out how to like join these fucking 2 chemicals that I don't give a fuck about.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it's
There's like a mathematic equations to
For
what
everything.
what
Oh my
actually
God,
happens when you
dude.
combine chemicals and
I
shit.
hate it. So I just cheat like so hard. Quizlet,
Well,
Quizlet kid.
That's good.
Quizlet has every chemistry thing, guys,
Sweet.
for all the kids that need it for homeschooling.
Any kids out there listening to this podcast, Quizlet. Go there to help you.
You have to make an
help you
account,
pass
but it's
chemistry.
literally answers.
Yeah, it'll help you pass chemistry.
Like I literally copy, search it, and it's like Quizlet exact answer. Like it's for these books.
Dude, going to fucking school this year, kids straight up could probably just have a computer in front of them with all their fucking problems like I have here, and then just take out their phone and look up the answers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's all they
Yes.
fucking have to do.
You're not gonna learn anything you're not interested in, honestly though. Like if you're not
For real.
totally interested
Yeah.
in it, you're
For
not
real.
gonna
Yeah.
care. You're
Even
not
I-
gonna obtain it.
Even fucking
when
classes
you're
that I
out.
did good in, I fucking don't
Same.
remember the shit.
Math.
But there's still
no,
like
I am
certain
good at
little
math
like
still.
facts and stuff that I remember that I found interesting, and I just remembered them solely for that reason because I thought they were interesting.
I was good at math, and then like now, when I was a manager, I had to be good at math too. But now, like I tried doing equation the other day, and I'm like,
I was pretty good in
But-
gym class.
I was good at ultimate frisbee.
I loved playing ultimate frisbee.
did you guys have obstacle mat ball?
No.
We just had mat ball. We did have obstacles at one point actually.
Yeah.
Where they put like the big pads,
Yeah.
like the big soft pads you had to
Mhm.
jump over and shit.
We-
I do remember that.
We would take like this thingy
I don't remember that at all.
and then put mats over it, and then a spring to jump over was one of the things. Then we had to make 2 baskets for one, hula hoop for another. Like it was some
Yeah,
tumble.
I remember doing this.
It
I
was
remember
I
so
that.
don't
much
remember
fun.
any of
It
that.
was, we had a rope, so we had to like either climb it a certain way or like run and jump over a thing. It was so much fun.
Yo, how many fucking kids got hurt climbing ropes back in the day?
Enough.
I never fucking. We never had to
to.
do it.
Yeah,
we
we
never had
didn't.
to do it.
We never
They
did.
put mats under us, but I fell one time because like I thought it was like cutting my hand when it wasn't. But you know how it gets hot, and so I let go like out of panic, and I fucking like my back landed on the mat, but the tip of my head landed on the fucking. It hurt so bad.
Oh man.
And I try not to cry. I was like,
Yeah, we never had that.
That's so tough.
I only know it from like TV shows and shit. Like we never had to do that. And I
No,
see it
are
on
you
TV, and I'm like, dude. Well, first off, no way am I climbing a rope. Not gonna happen.
I wasn't
It's just
even
not
that
gonna
high, to be
happen. I
honest.
can't even. I mean, a lot of the presidential fitness stuff, but I was just like, no, not gonna do it. It's not good. It's
sit-up shit?
not worth it. Or
Yeah.
pull-ups.
The pacer
They try to
Pull-ups.
get me to do pull-ups. I'm like, you look like I can do a fucking pull-up. I weigh 300 goddamn pounds. I can't do a pull-up.
I used to try and do a few, like, up until my senior year, and I would literally just, like, no. Like, I'd pretend and be like, I'm not doing it. And
I
they'd
got-
be like, whatever.
I got to where I wouldn't even pretend anymore. I'd
I
just be
would-
like, I'm not
yeah.
doing it. I'm just gonna go sit over there.
I-
This is, if anything, this is just embarrassing for me.
I did like I could do a few, but like when it came to the presidential stuff, I'd like go up and I'd jump up. I'd be like one, and then when I went down, I'd let go and be like, that's all I could
Yeah,
do.
that's what I did. My junior, like, just one. But do you remember the pacer test?
No.
You
No.
guys-
I have
Really?
no idea what you're talking about.
So it was like a state thing, I think, or something like that. It was during the time you had to do the sit-ups and stuff. But anyways, it's this test, and it gives you this long thing, and you have to run to a beep and go back and forth, and whoever's, like, you go until you can't no more, and then you sit, and then whoever's last, like, is then a winner, but they
You're
obviously have the
supposed to
longest time.
run in tempo.
Non-stop, yeah. It's like, beep.
That's weird.
And then even if you run fast, you get to wait till the next beep, so you have a breather. But, dude, I did not get far in that shit. I'm like...
That's weird.
Yeah,
we
they-
never had to do that.
It's like the pacer test. It has like a robot in the beginning, like, this is the pacer test, and tells you what to do, and it's like, beep.
We had to do like the 100-yard dash and the
Yeah, we
mile,
had-
Mile
and stuff.
run, 600-yard run.
I didn't like. I just fucking walked. I was like, I don't care. Like, it's not worth it for me to even try. you
Yeah,
know?
Jordan, my friend Jordan and I, our senior year, would just walk track instead of doing the dumb shit. Because the boys got to a point where they were aiming for girls' heads in dodgeball. And that's all they would do. And I'm like, I'm not doing that because I got pegged by Jacob Miller. Fuck you. We're still friends. But he pegged me in the face and knocked off my glasses. And I'm like, I'm done. Like, fuck all of you. I'm done. Like, they aimed. And did you guys do that?
I never did, no.
Did you have, like, a jock that did?
It was. I
Not
hated
really.
dodgeball because they didn't let us use real
Oh,
dodgeballs.
we had the
We
red
the-
rubber balls, dude. They
There
pegged
was
us in the
one- there
face.
was one-
If I would like dodgeball more if we got to have that, there was like actually that little chance that we might be able to hurt somebody. Because we just had the fucking foam balls that you couldn't even
Well-
throw.
I
They
remember
sucked.
using volleyballs in one gym class.
Yeah,
Yeah, but they were like deflated.
that
No.
hurts more. I
No,
feel
well, they weren't- they were
thi-
soft.
This day was like I almost got in a fight with Ben Kelleher because of it.
well.
He was mad, dude. I was doing better than him. and it was-
When wasn't he mad?
I don't know, man.
We had like this room like by the gym where we had a ping pong table, but it was like an enclosed room so things can jump on the walls and shit like ping pong balls. And we had like extreme ping pong. And it was like my friend Russell, Jacob, Jordan, and me, and we would just peg at each other. And I had a welt on my neck that everyone thought was hickey for a long time. And like we'd go home and have welts all over us because we just wailed it. It was fun. Aw,
That
school
sounds
was
like a
fun,
great
wasn't
time.
It was. But fuck dodgeball in my face.
Ultimate frisbee was my favorite thing we did in
never
gym
played
class.
that.
You never played?
Mm-mm.
What?
It definitely was the best part of gym playing ultimate frisbee.
No. I loved volleyball. Like, I would play in gym for that. Like, they'd always have me serve.
I actually
And
liked
then I-
volleyball too.
Or badminton, is that what it's called? Like, with the bird.
Yeah.
Did you guys have pickleball?
Shuttlecock.
Mm-mm.
The shuttlecock.
What's the shuttlecock?
That's the little birdie.
Is that what
It's called
called?
the shuttlecock.
Did you make that up?
No, you didn't make that up. That's
Called a
definitely what
birdie.
it's called. No, it's called the
It's
shuttlecock.
shuttlecock, dude.
The
I'm
official
definitely
name
gonna
for it is
call
the
it that.
shuttlecock.
It's a
Better than
shuttlecock.
birdie.
It's a shuttlecock.
Cool. Grab my shuttlecock. All right.
Well, yeah, we had a game called pickleball. I think
What is
somebody
that?
invented. It's just giant ping pong. Like it's literally just giant ping pong.
I want to play that.
Like you get a fucking.
Wish we could play beer pong in gym or something. Or, like, with soda or something. That'd be
That's
fun.
not even athletic though.
Yeah, you have to be exercising and
But
moving
it's
and
teaching you
stuff.
something for college. It's teaching you for college.
Getting you ready for those parties. Come on now.
Before Can had a track, it was awful. Because we just had, like, this concrete, like, whatever,
Thing.
like, just a drive circle thing that we had to walk, and it was, like, awful. But then when we got the track, it was dope. And we would just walk, Jordan and I would just walk down and listen to music for, like, half
We never
hour.
had track when we were there. Well, we had a track team, but we didn't have a track.
I went to Troy right before the Croman thing got built more. Like, that was in construction, like, the year after I left. Fuck
Croman.
Troy.
Well, yeah, because they fucking closed down all the other schools and send everybody
Yeah.
to Croman now.
But I went right before Troy was, we had to, like...
You can't say fuck
was
Troy
so
if you're
fucking
coming
bad.
from Canton.
Troy
You can't do
Troy
it.
fucking sucked.
You can't do
No,
it.
I live in Troy now, and I love it way more than Canton.
See?
Yeah, because Canton is a shithole.
Really, it just gets worse. Every time I go deep in, I'm just sadder than the last time. I'm just like, this really is a shitty...
The last time Misty and I
This
went
is
down there, I was looking around. I'm like, man, I'm so glad we're away from here.
Thank
Yeah.
God I got away from this smelly town.
Fuck that place.
That cat piss smell town.
It's like a black hole, too, for some people. Like, people can't escape. It's like, get the fuck
It's
Yeah,
just
they might escape it to
it's
Troy.
literally a town that
Yeah.
everyone
They-
drives through and says the same thing we do. This place is a shithole.
Well, you like close your eyes and it's gone. If you're
They
coming
have
from,
a
like,
movie
Williamsport,
theater. That's fucking weird. It's probably gross.
It's very old. It was
Yeah.
there when Canton was kind of cool. My grandpa said,
I don't think Canton's really ever been cool.
yeah, it was back in the day.
It wasn't.
It wasn't. It really wasn't. But my grandpa said, because he used to be like higher up in the town or whatever, like a long time ago. He's like, Canton could be like Twanda right now, but no one agrees to put anything in there.
Tawanda's a shithole, too.
Right, but more
That's like,
booming.
what kind of fucking goal is that?
Well, this was a long time ago too, when I was little, because like he's no longer alive. But like he said, it could be like more up, like more restaurants, more stores,
Right.
Because it was during the time when that plaza was booming. Remember that plaza in Twanda that then like Bonanza.
Sam Good. Yeah, all they
Sam
closed.
Goody's was in
J.C.
it.
Penney closed down. All them
Now it
stores
is
over there
sad,
closed down.
but back in
Kmart
the
is
day,
gone.
When he told me this, it was booming, and so yeah, now they both suck.
Well, we've been going for a little over an hour. You want to call it?
Yeah, dude, let's get out of here and go do some other things.
All right. That was Everybody Podcast. Thank you for everybody listening.
Catch you later.
Peace.